party. The big talk of the town. Playing some Euro tracks here for you guys. When I was growing up, listening to Euro. Anyways, guys, welcome to episode, what are we on? Of 621 of Mike in the Night. 621 of Mike in the Night. We are sitting on season 33, episode 4. Yes, season 33, episode 4, and I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you be watching this transmission, whether you're watching us from your condo in the sky, or your camper or cabin in the woods, or looking for your next meal. People of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It's 3 a.m. somewhere, and something is moving you. The voice of the Commonwealth, telling it how it is. Oh, yeah. Rolling out the red carpet, guys. Crack a nice bottle open of sparkling water. Maybe light up a nice Cohiba. Nice, moist tasting, just perfectly in a humidor cigar. Crack that window open. Sit back, relax, sit tight for Mike in the Night. Oh yeah, it's 3 a.m. and something is moving you. Woo! Bad to have a show and a half for you guys. All right, I just started a few minutes earlier here, so we should get people in the next 5 minutes. Hopefully people will come in the next 5 minutes to join us here tonight on Mike in the Night with our family here. And we've been, again, doing this since, wow, I don't know, people are commenting. Now, I don't know what's happened with YouTube, but YouTube has now slightly opened my channel up. I have people commenting on videos from 15 years ago. I have people commenting on Mike in the Night when it used to be called Rants and Lifestyle, if you guys remember that, asking, is this show still on? Are you still doing this show? I'm like, yeah, we are. So, anyways, we got Sharon in the house. We got Ertson in the house. We got James Farmer in the house. We got Spirit Dime in the house. We got WT in the house. And we got Gajinder in the house. Who else is in the house here? Trump One's in the house. Junkyard Dog's in the house. Nitten is in the house, man. Yeah, all right, man. YouTube channel, Rick Spicer for Prime Minister is in the house. Oh, yeah, okay, all right. We're all here now. I think we're all showing up here, guys, and I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Just the audio here. It's too loud. Joining us here tonight on Mike of the Night, and we got our soundboard.
Hello? Get me the president on the phone. Now, are these really the questions that I was called here to answer?
Hiya, pal.
Joe Pesci's here too, and we got our Ricky Spanish soundboard.
Ricky Spanish.
Ricky Spanish. Watch out, he's a fast act. He's a good guy. Bad guy saved me. Said me, I don't know, a week ago or something. He says, hey, Mike, Tilray looks like, because we're talking about Tilray, some marijuana company, years ago, 5 years ago on the show. Hey, Tilray's blowing up, Mike, or Tilray's gonna blow up. That's what he said. Tilray's gonna blow up. So I had to spare a couple of thousand, 2,000-3,000, put it into Tilray, and it looks like I may have money for our new computer guys. So Ricky Spanish to save the day. Hopefully we can get Ricky Spanish on the show here tonight on Mike in the Night.
Ricky Spanish.
I could thank him for that stock pick, and it happens from time to time. It's all timing. It's all being at the right place at the right time. But it looks like we may have enough money from that stock pick through Ricky Spanish that we could buy ourselves a newer computer, because this thing's 11 years old and it's on its last leg. And guys, you know what it is. I don't know. I'm a self-made man. What can I tell you? I do what I can, and I've done it on my own. I've done it on my own. Yes, you guys buy me a $5, $10, $20 coffee from time to time, and I appreciate that. And I always thank you guys for that. I always thank you guys for that. So yeah, the truth is about the flood. The dam couldn't hold. It's gonna break. Oh, well, let me take these damn things off so I can see what the hell I'm doing here. All right, let's go into a quick channel plug, and we got lots of headlines, and we got a protest watch here a protest watch on Mike in the Night tonight. So let's get to it. Let's do a quick channel plug. So guys, if you're having tax issues, go to MikeMartinsTax.com, MikeMartinsTax.com, and this will go to here. Fill out your tax issue, and somebody will get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to buy me a coffee, guys. I'll leave you guys a link in the description. Let me just double-click this and copy it, and I will give you a link in the description here if anybody wants to pick up your boy a cafe. Let me pin that to the top. Here we go. Pin message. There you go. If you want to buy your boy a coffee. And guys, don't forget to join the channel. I got only 4 members, but that's okay. I put on premium stuff just for the sake of putting premium stuff. Nothing special, but I do need the support, right? It's very hard because we're not even running on fumes. We're just kind of running on nothing, actually. and it's been pretty hard. And what else, guys? KiwiRadio.nz. I think 620 is up. Zionist Social Media Takeover is up on KiwiRadio.nz. If you guys want to go check out that episode on MP3 format, it is up. If you guys want to check it out, 620 of Mike in the Night is up on MP3 format on KiwiRadio.nz. Oh, yeah, it is Mike in the Night. And everyone, a lot of people email me, messages me. I can't wait for Monday nights now for Mike in the Night. It's kind of good because the odd Monday is a holiday. The odd Monday holiday is the odd day. It's not so common. Fridays are usually the holiday when you do have a long weekend. So Mondays is dead. No, I'm not competing against all these real influencers that make the real money, that are getting paid out the back door to bullshit you 24/7. But I'm not here to bullshit. I'm not here to bullshit you guys. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, right? On Mike in the Night. All right, we got Paulo, the bouncer is here. Our bouncer, Paulo, has showed up tonight. And Walking Journey, arguably the second or third most important guy here tonight on Mike in the Night in the chat. We got Sharon over from Australia here. The Commonwealth is showing up here tonight, folks, on Mike in the Night. All right, guys, let's get into some headlines and get into what we need to talk about tonight. All right. We need to go to Canada. We need to go to Canada. So we're going to just head over right to Canada right now, folks. And Canada's economy, if you guys just are figuring this out, we're trying to make sense of what's going on and why is Trump so hard after Canada. Canada's economy is built off Chinese money laundering. Now, I've been only focused with you guys for the last 15 years on the real estate side of the money laundering. The $2.2 to $2.6 trillion laundered through Canadian real estate from China. The 2.2 since 2010 till March 2024. That's all I've been focused on, because once you start bringing in so much money from outside to prop up your economy, your housing becomes your economy. But then when you're Canadian proper and the European expansion that built those houses can't even get into their own properties, like we were covering on Trends in the Housing Market, where the Chinese were making fun. They were selling Vancouver condos in China. So they had this model, a plastic model, of a condominium. And it was somewhere in Vancouver by a mall somewhere. I'm not too sure where. But in that article, they were making fun of Canadian people because they can't even afford to buy their own condos. Because of the pent-up fake demand, artificial shortages, and the billions and trillions of dollars laundered through the Canadian proper markets, and basically destroying affordability for the locals. And what pisses everybody off even more is then these people come into our country and work at the banks my dad built, and work at all the infrastructure that our European expansion built, and then they have the gall to say, oh, they don't want to work. We're working here. They don't want to work in the bank. They don't want to work for the government. They don't want to work in an office. Bullshit. And I hate when they keep saying, oh, Canadians don't want to be productive. Bullshit. All Canadians want to be productive. But they're constantly being shown the door, right? Why are we even doing business with communists for in the first place? Why are we allowing communists to take over our government jobs and are running in elections in our country. I don't get it. I don't run for elections in Canada because I'm a Portuguese. I'm a Portuguese citizen. I don't go work at banks or airports in Canada because that's not for me. That's supposed to be for the Canadian proper. I open my own business. All right, here we go. So let's head over. The huge destruction coming to Canada. Canadian real estate prices near all-time highs except for Ontario and BC. So prices are still going up except for BC and Ontario. Why? Why? Because everyone's leaving these expensive cities and mass exodusing to these other cities and bringing up the pricing there. Real estate nears record highs in 8 provinces. So the other 8 provinces where everyone's fleeing to because you just can't move to America, right? Now, I brought this article up because of this. The price of the typical home across Canada fell $686,000 in August. So I guess that's the Canadian government's idea of bringing in 4 million Indians to help our housing market because the Canadian proper can't get in. That fell apart too. So it's not working. All this bullshit is not working. And all the stuff they're doing, all these pull the trigger on a pandemic, proxy wars, Israel versus Palestine, that's all to deflect against the Chinese money laundering. 2.2 to 2.6 trillion in Canada, 1.9 trillion in Australia, $588 billion in New Zealand laundered. And it's probably 3-4 trillion in the UK. And let's move on here. We're still in Canada, folks. Everyone be patient. Canadians moving abroad hits a new record as the country fails to compete. Yeah, Canadians. And who is moving out? We already made videos. It's the European expansion. It's Italians. It's Irish. It's Portuguese. It's Germans. Who else was this? People going back to Spain. They're just not making it in Canada. It's not worth it in Canada. They're not getting the opportunities in Canada unless they got to build something. Is there a bank we got to build here? So we can get more Chinese nationals to come and work at our bank? Do we have a bank to build? We'll build a bank. We'll run the power and we'll run the running water. And then you can kick us out when we're done. So Canadians are fleeing. Is there a graph here we can see? Yeah, there is right there. So I brought this up for a reason. Let's go to article scan. I brought this article up because right here in 2016, this is when 2016, right here, that's when the money laundering was going so hard that houses in the province of BC and Ontario, and I think it was Ontario, I don't know, it was those 2 provinces where it was already reported that some housing was already going $1 million over asking. And that was Chinese laundering their money. So there was 2016. That's when a lot of people just started leaving. And then after they pulled the trigger on the pandemic, and then there was a big melt up, and now more and more people are leaving Canada. In Toronto, new home sales plunge to new lows as condo demand collapses. Again, we told you guys that the condo market, Toronto real estate continued to spiral to newest lows. And here it is. There's the benchmarks right there. Monthly new home benchmark price down over $400,000. This is the Greater Toronto Area, the GTA, not Grand Theft Auto. And there it is, dropping like a rock. Because wages and incomes need to be 4 times your net wages and incomes. 4 years. Whatever you make in 4 years is what you get into. If you're a single man, you make $30,000 a year. That's 30, 69. That's $120,000 a year. That should get you into a 1 or 2 bedroom anywhere across Canada. But no, our government's decided to sell units to China and leave them empty. Oh yeah, and bring in 4 million Indians to kind of fix the problem, which got worse. And if you want more information, we have thousands of videos already up on our channel. Here it is, Mass Exodus Canada, Toronto Mass Exodus, it's real. Food and fuel set to skyrocket, pushing out young families. And we got videos here, Mass Exodus of Canadian big cities. If you don't buy now, you will never own anything was a lie. Remember when the real estate agents were telling you, you don't buy now, you'll be ever bought out. That was 7 months ago. Mass exodus, Ireland, Canada, Australia, youth flee cities from Sydney to Vancouver, wage collapse 7 years ago. We were warning you guys about the Canadian brain drain is real. Mass exodus, young families seek affordability in the USA 8 years ago. And we have more information on this if you just type in Toronto condo. And we told you, Toronto condo crash, major defaults by 2025, fake GDP, condos ready to crash. Condo crash Vancouver, Toronto, mass exodus youth by 2025. We were on the ball here with you guys, warning you guys about the mass exodus. We were telling you guys, and a lot of people just laughed at us. A lot of people made fun of us when we told them that Canada is in a lot of trouble. And you want proof? You want proof that all your elections are rigged in Canada? Watch this. Money laundering in BC is a non-issue for all parties during election campaign. So you're not even allowed to debate the money laundering from China. The $2.2 to $2.6 trillion that was laundered in by Chinese criminals, that's our real estate market. That's not our mines. That's not our coal mines. That's not our electrical companies. That's not our farms. This is just real estate. So you can't even debate. All elections are fixed because you can't, or you're not allowed to point out the problem at hand. And I still to this day don't know why Canada wants to deal with communists so bad. The Liberal Party is all about communism. The Conservative Party is all about the WEF in Israel. Canadian proper has no choice in the matter. And that's why everyone's going back to Europe. At least Europe is there and they can fight to take it back if they want. Because they did it before. All right, who else is here? All right. Investors choosing other investments this time. No, it's the Chinese are not coming in to spend anymore. In March 2024, the Chinese just stopped investing in Canada. Period. The Canadian proper has no money to invest. The Canadian proper is $200. 61% of Canadians are $200 away from being bankrupt. So it's the Canadians are not investing in other investments. The Canadians don't have money. I'm not saying all Canadians. I'm not saying putting you guys down that work hard. You know what I mean here. And we're screwed. See, Paul has got a good point. It really doesn't have I really don't have a choice. Communism or Sharia law. And that's the problem. That's the problem with Canada. Canada's a big issue, and that's why I say, America, wake up. Your biggest threat is Canada. It's not Iraq, believe me. And UK is introducing digital IDs, and why are they so controversial? It goes into here, and UK plans compulsory digital ID as populist pressure over immigration rises. UK governing Labour Party holds annual conference amid far-right surge. They keep calling it far-right, far-right, far-right. No, it's bringing back to sanity is what it is. How effective is UK's one in migrant? So it goes into other headlines here. But they are bringing this in. The British government last week, and it was with Tony Blair and a couple of other usual suspects that are in line to set this up to forever destroy the UK proper. And the UK was hit with tons of money laundering from China too. Mark Carney was the banking minister of the UK. Mark Carney! Yeah! Was the banking minister of the UK when he facilitated almost $2.3 or $2.4 trillion under his watch into UK real estate. Remember that UK real estate, those condos that were being built in London? Chinese ownership only? You remember those? We covered it on Trends in the Housing Market. Chinese ownership only allowed to buy there. British, other people couldn't. Chinese only. Now they're screwed. Everyone's screwed. So let's keep going. And if you want more information, me and Supreme Cannon did a Darwin takeover with social media score, 5G, digital ID, digital currency, thought control 6 years ago. That's the video there, Darwin takeover. There is the Mike in the Night episode there where we were talking about digital ID. People saying you don't make enough digital ID videos. We do make enough digital ID videos, but and social credit score videos is just, you just have to find them. They're there, and we discussed all of this, and this is very important stuff. And unfortunately, yeah, we covered all this years ago before all these new social media influencers even showed up on the scene. And this is an interesting one. Cancer patient harassed by UK law enforcement over Facebook post decrees bullying tactic by police. So a UK-based American cancer patient, Deborah Anderson, was visited by Thames Police TVP over a vague Facebook post allegedly upset someone with no specific offense cited. The police pressured Anderson to apologize, framing it as protocol, a move she condemned as bullying designed to force self-censorship. Okay, if you got people coming into your country and they're destroying your country that you built and you fought wars for, you have every damn right to defend it. And while real crimes go uninvestigated in the UK, authorities are increasingly prioritizing policing speech, blurring the line between criticism and criminality. TVP initially claimed Anderson's post contained threats, but later admitted accidentally deleting complaint records. Public outrage erupted, highlighted the UK's escalating censorship crisis. Again, so what happened was the UK played the same game like Canada, bring in the money laundering. The City of London, the world would collapse if the City of London stopped laundering money. You remember that article? Look up the article. City of London would collapse if it stopped laundering money. We're all here because of money laundering. We're getting destroyed because of money laundering and government accountability. JD Vance, Trump's TikTok deal will protect American user from data from China. Well, I hope so. I really hope he's not lying. And remember this piece of crap? Tony Blair lobbied for billionaire backer who could make millions from digital ID. So your typical wise guys. The British government is now embroiled in cronyism row after it emerged as that Sir Tony Blair secretly lobbied for his billionaire backer who could make millions from Labour's controversial digital ID. Again, follow the money, folks. It's going to take you to where you need to go. Now, British police arrest former justice minister in Israel for spyware scandal. Now, the politician who served as justice minister and prosecutor general under the former law of the Justice PIS government between 2015 and 2023 has repeatedly refused to testify before the commission, arguing that it's unconstitutional and politically motivated. So what is it? What is the spyware scandal, right? What is the spyware scandal? It's the Pegasus scandal. Now, we covered the Pegasus spyware scandal on Mike in the Night, and let's go over some show notes. We did cover this. And the Pegasus scandal, what is it? And it's that mobile software that hides on your phone, and basically it actually installs itself on your phone. I'm not making this up. It actually installs itself on your phone, and then it can access almost every part of the phone, from messages, calls, location, your camera, your microphone, your app data, all that stuff. And it uses the software of zero-click exploits. Zero-click exploits that you don't have to click the link for the infection to happen. Let's put it that way. You don't have to click the link for the infection to happen. Yeah. And the Pegasus is the NSO group, if you guys remember that. And it's headquartered in Israel, of all places. Ooh, it's always your usual suspects, eh? And it is Pegasus in some countries like Poland, Hungary, I think Spain, have it listed as a weapon. This software is listed just like a knife and a gun and a rocket launcher. It's a weapon. And most of it is being used on journalists and other, people doing field work. And Israel wants to know what they know on them. And, yeah. So it's the Pegasus. It's the Pegasus. And that's what could be, for all we know, on our phones right now as we are speaking. This software could be running in the background, just like a DOS program. You don't even know it. You don't have to click anything. That's scary. That is super scary. All right, who else is here? Oh, we got Liz. Big Mess World. Yeah, we're going to go into Protest Watch real soon, guys. All right. All right, let's rock and roll here. Rock and roll. All right. So we're getting a lot of persecution against Christians. I'm a Roman Catholic myself. And they're attacking the people that built the West. That's what it is. Oh, what are you talking about? Religion didn't build our country. Yeah, our countries were founded on the Ten Commandments, on Christian principles. If it wasn't for the Catholic Irish, the Catholic Portuguese, the Catholic Italians, the Scottish, all those people that came in to build this infrastructure, we wouldn't have anything to fight for. And now they're coming after the people that built all this. Right? I don't think it was Satanists that built a bridge. I don't think Satanists go out and be a productive part of society. That's just my opinion. I don't think... It's predominantly hardworking Christian middle-class families that go out and about and fix and build and expand a better future for their children. So police report, 40-year-old man drove into a Michigan church, opened fire, was shot dead by officers. And during a Sunday afternoon press conference, police said the Michigan church attacker drove a vehicle into the church building, opened fire, and was shot dead by officers. That's why people need to carry guns to protect themselves and their families, especially at church. And Christian persecution in Nigeria. 1,200 churches destroyed annually, hundreds killed. And Nigeria was a Christian-found country originally. Nigeria was originally mapped by the Portuguese, mapped Nigeria first. But it was a Christian-found country. And kidnapping, all kinds of stuff. Kidnapping and murdering of priests and parishioners and all kinds of people. And a priest could go to prison for preaching against Islam. So guys, if you go against the religion of so-called peace, they'll put you in jail. You know how they have Islamophobia? Why don't they have a Christophobia or Christianphobia? Is there something that exists for that? You could tell me in the comments. Right? Because I don't go out and steal other people's content. I'm telling you it as I go here. Is there something as Christian phobia? Because there's Islamophobia. So when you want to tell people that Abraham and his son didn't go to Mecca to build the Kaaba, that's impossible. Abraham and his son went to Israel. They didn't go 3,000 or 2,000 miles out of their way in the middle of a desert to go build the Kaaba. It just doesn't make sense. And in the Quran, they believe that in Mecca, which is not really an old city, the Queen of Sheba, Moses, Mary Magdalene, Mary, all those people are buried in Mecca, according to the Quran. So, once you start questioning these things, it just doesn't add up and make any logical sense. And so, if you want to call that out, they're going to put you in jail. So here it is right here. What's going on here?
3 years in prison for speaking out against fundamentalist Islam. This would be applied to a Catholic priest in Spain. Despite the fact that Father Custodio Ballester said that he's not referring to all Muslims, but to fundamentalists who promote violence. However, he could be processed under the justice system in the month of October. Meanwhile, people who actually celebrate the Taliban are not under the justice system. What's happening under the socialist government of Pedro Sanchez in Spain? Fighting evil is punished, but promoting it is okay. Will we let this happen in the Americas? Or
there we go. And it is happening in the Americas. It's already happening in the UK. Ireland already has something. France has something going on. So you want to question Islam? Like you have some you got some legitimate questions on Islam, right? You want to go back? Let's go to the Quran, verse 25, chapter 125. It references Abraham and Ishmael rising the foundations of the house, dedicating it to God, the Kaaba. So back in that time, nobody went through that area because it was a desert. The Romans called it deserta. Even when the Portuguese went around the Cape and started going up into the Arabias to map, just up around Madagascar all the way up into the Arabias, even when the Portuguese were mapping up there, nothing. It was desert. There was no port city. There was no Mecca. There was nothing there, right? And they believe that Abraham personally built that. No, he didn't. I'm sorry. There's no way he could have built that. And it goes into historical map evidence debate we could do, which we did on the channel before. and an archaeological perspective. You would think with them building in Mecca, all this stuff in Mecca, they're building all these buildings, you would think you would find so much archaeological artifacts everywhere. They're finding nothing. There's nothing there. But that's how it works. Let's keep going. And press secretary, alleged Michigan LDS church attacker hated Mormons. Again, they're hating the people that worked to build the foundations of this country, especially the United States, was founded on Christian principles. In God we trust. We wouldn't be here today without God. So there it is right there. Holy smokes. And Hillary Clinton says white Christian men are causing such damage in the United States. Again, it's always the people that built the country and the foundation of the country and put everything in place to raise their families are the problem with the country. Not the people coming in and destroying it. The people that built the country are the problem. People that have built the shit around her, that allow her to drive where she's going, cross a bridge, go into a building, use a microphone, have electricity, running water. And quite frankly, it's those people that built everything that are the problem with the country. All right, let's go here.
Under the more perfect union. And we fought a civil war over part of it.
No, you didn't. You fought a civil war because the North did not want to secede from the crown. The South did not want nothing to do with the North, and it was nothing about freeing slaves. It was about the crown. It was all about the crown and the taxation to the crown.
And people have been protesting, for hundreds of years that, things were not as they should be given our ideals.
Yeah, the proxy wars you guys started.
And how we should be moving toward them. So I think that's what makes us so special as a country. And
no, God is what makes you special. In God you trust. Jesus Christ is what makes you special. The founding fathers is what makes you special. Your Constitution is what makes you special.
The idea that you could turn the clock back and try to recreate a world that never was, dominated by, let's say it, white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion.
You wouldn't be born without white men.
A certain point of view, a certain ideology. It's just doing such damage to what we should be aiming for. And we were on the path toward that. I mean, imperfectly, lots of, bumps along the way, but I agree with you, we were on the right trajectory.
Until the Christians came along. I believe in God the Father, Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord. He was conceived by the power of the Holy Spirit and born of the Virgin Mary. He suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended into hell. On the third day he rose again. He descended into heaven. He is seated at the right hand of the Father. He will come again to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and life everlasting. Amen. All right, let's put this piece of crap away. That lady's making me sick to my stomach. All right, who we got in the comments here? I'm talking too much here. Nitin, amen. Very true, Mike, says Liz. I agree, says Jeff. Someone agrees with him. Jason, Leonardo saying, two-tier criminal justice system. That's right. The sacrifice is what made us special. That's right. Never forget Benghazi. God rest those souls. God bless those souls. Yeah. All right, who else is here tonight on Mike in the Night? We got somebody here from Beirut. All right, guys, do me a favor. Share this. Nobody knows we're here. We've been here for 15 years, and nobody even knows we exist. People keep finding the show too late in their lives. Someone, CJ, is saying the digital ID is too close to the 666. Yes, it is. It definitely is. All right, we're on a roll here tonight, guys. I'm so energy. Guys, I'm going to be going to Portugal next week, so we won't have a Mike in the Night for the next 2 weeks. And then on the third week, I'll be back. We'll still be in season 33. I think we're still on season 3. It's not winter yet. So it's not until the end of December where we go into the winter season. We'll be into season 34 for Mike in the Night. And we'll keep going from there, right? We'll do our prediction show. Somebody asked if are you going to do call-ins for predictions? We're going to do our prediction show. I was watching our 2018 annual prediction show from 2018 from Mike in the Night, listening to your guys, what you guys predicted was going to happen. I was kind of excited to hear some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Nick Fortier is saying I'm feeling pretty optimistic lately, to be honest. All right, guys, let's head over to the Middle East here. Netanyahu agrees to Trump plan to end Israel's war in Gaza. So it looks like they're going to want to end this war. Israeli regime, that just disappeared on me. Israeli regime tries to hide casualties, Iran strike. Slovenian government bars Netanyahu travel, citing ICC arrest warrant. Yeah, this guy should have been in jail years ago. I got banned off of Elon Musk's X when I put up the video how Hamas got played, how this guy played the whole world. This guy should have been in jail years and years and years ago, but he wasn't. And Moldovan parliamentary election results announced according to official figures. So it's a 50-50. Obviously, when something goes 50-50 and the party wins that nobody wants, it's always fixed. They always fix this crap, and it's going to cause more and more divide. It's going to be like a 70-30 divide, right? Yeah, we got some simple ones here. Under Trump 2.0, this looming U.S. government shutdown looks different. This is Canadian news. People ask me, Mike, how come you're not putting too much Canadian news or even Australian news? All I'm getting from Australia is all ads. When I'm running Australian, somebody like Sharon would send me something from Australia. I'm gonna read this on Mike in the Night. This is a good article. I open it, it's just movie ads. Ads running everywhere. I can't even watch, I can't even read, and then they want me to pay to read the ad. They want me to pay to read fake news. So this is Canada. I think Canada needs to mind its own damn business. It fixes money laundering. And remember, Canada would be in a recession without money laundering. Here are all the provinces laundered through in the billions here. And this was up to 2015. I'm saying this because Canada needs to mind its own damn business and start fixing its problems and helping its own people. And Soros-Backed leftist group behind campaign to force government shutdown. So the Soros government is working hard behind the scenes to shut down the American government. And remember, this piece of crap, look, he's not wearing the same stupid green shirt. Zelensky claims Israeli Patriot missiles are now active in Ukraine. Of course they are. They got to keep this shit going. They got to keep this shit going, ladies and gentlemen. They got to keep this shit going. The more the world falls apart, the more people notice. We noticed 20 or more years ago. Yep, that's what's happening, folks. Yeah, we got Mitch Madden messaging me on the side here, letting me know that a flood of RVs and houses for sale here. Prices are dropping. That's in Oregon, guys. Oregon got infested with a lot of people leaving California. So what happened was a ton of Chinese money laundering went into regions of California, pushing out the middle class into Oregon, and then Washington was hit with Chinese money laundering too. We were covering that too. Trillions were going into Washington State, and then pushing everyone into Oregon, and pushing prices up there too. And then you had all the people wagons east, Amerifornia, going east to Arizona, New Mexico, Texafornia, destroying those states, right? So it's all infected with blood money. That's all it is, guys. That's all it's ever been. So we got... guys, don't forget to add me on Instagram, guys. If you want to message me, it's easier to get my messages on Instagram. It's really hard to jump back and forth between all the platforms. I just got my Instagram open like a messenger, and I see all my messages from you guys there. I even have it broken down from primary, Mike in the Night, and requests. So I have all my Mike in the Night, got all you guys from Mike in the Night, and you can message me there directly, a link or a show tip or something you need to tell me, right? Yeah, you're talking about all man. Look, let's get. We got a request. We got a request in the live chat here. We got a request, so we're gonna bring that up. Yeah. Let's see if we have it here. All right, we got a request here, so let's out of respect to our viewer here, is bringing up old stuff, and see if it opens up here. Computer's been working good since we cleaned it out, guys, and let's see if I can find it here. All right. There we go.
You're talking about all man.
That's what you're talking about here on Mike in the Night. You're talking about
all man.
That's right. No worries, Adrian. No worries, buddy. Oh, our 100-man army's here. Our 100 viewers are here. All right, let's go into... We did those headlines. I got a new segment on the show called Protest Watch, because now we're going to go back to 2019 on Mike in the Night. In 2019, we were already reporting the world protesting, and they're going to pull the trigger on a pandemic, and they did it. They did it. They did it. All right, let's go. Let's head over to Protest Watch here on Mike in the Night. Protest Watch. Shutdowns everywhere. People are freaking out. We're going back to 2019, the year of the protest. But what are they going to do? Are they going to pull the trigger on another pandemic? Is everyone going to fall for it again? Let's go. So here we go. Where is this, folks? Where is this, folks? Let me see if I could get some... Okay, this is Madagascar, folks. This is Madagascar, and this has been going on and off for the last 3 months. And protests are over water and power shortages, and the infrastructure is not good. I think Madagascar was colonized by the French, so the French did not spend any money building anything there. The Portuguese did in their colonies. That's why they got good infrastructure. But Madagascar is in a lot of trouble. And they're calling for government resignations there in Madagascar. And that's... let's move on here. Nepal. And this one's a little bit old, but it's on and off. And right now in Nepal, it's mainly the Gen Z protesters against corruption. And you see the wealth displayed by the officials. And the bans on social media platform is one of the bigger ones. And a lack of transparency. So, wow, they got such good-looking women there. So, anyways, let's see if we got... No, there's no more footage. Let's go back to the footage here so you guys can see what's happening in Nepal. And people are... it's the youth. They're realizing they don't have a future. And when you dominate people with violence, they have nothing to fight for. What do? They fight back, right? That's the Fast and Furious 5 quote we use here on Mike in the Night. All right, let's head over to Morocco. Let's head over to Morocco here. So Morocco is what's happening in Morocco. Again, it's another Gen Z-led rally demanding reforms in healthcare and education. And there's a lot of austerity. A lot of the retired folk in Morocco that have a tiny pension of like $50 American or something, they're slashing that too, or $30 American. I'm not too sure what the numbers, but they're cutting some of the old people's $50 a month to live, and people are getting fed up. All right, we got protests in Morocco. Yeah. You see it there. It's all youth. It's all young people that basically know they'll work their entire lives and have nothing to show for it. And that's where we're headed, folks. Nobody's got money. Everyone's pissed. When we could easily set the system up for everyone to flourish and do well within their own countries. And where are we here? Indonesia. Now, I have a bone to pick with Indonesia, guys, tonight. So there's Indonesia is protesting right now, and they are protesting police brutality, economic distress, and more subsidies for lawmakers, and it's been a big problem there in Indonesia. Now, I got a bone to pick with Indonesia because Indonesia has a really bloody history that no one talks about, and we're going to talk about it here on Mike in the Night. We made a documentary that was sent to the Asian Film Festival. It's in Portuguese. It's on my Portuguese channel. It's called Genocide in East Timor. Now, this is East Timor. This is not Portugal. You're seeing all the Portugal flags everywhere. This is East Timorians. They love Portuguese in East Timor. They want the Portuguese to go back and recolonize in East Timor because the Portuguese actually built that country well and actually took care of the people. Here's a map of Portugal and Indonesia here. And Indonesia was given weapons by the Australians to go in to Portugal. What was Portugal then? And that was Indonesia. It became Indonesia. So they started taking it over and murdering all the Catholics. The Australians gave weapons to the Indonesians. And basically, it's a good documentary. Again, it was submitted to the Asian Film Festival. And they went there to murder all the Catholics. It was really sad what happened. And I have a bone to pick even to this day with Indonesia that opened fire at the church and murdered. Why? Because of the oil. Indonesia's rich in oil and Australia wanted it, so they armed the... East Timor is rich in oil, so they armed the Indonesians to go murder the East Timorians. And they went to the church... and they opened fire and murdered innocent people everywhere. And, yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. Now, let's head over to East Timor now. East Timor is in protest, too. And it has to do with lifetime pensions for foreign ministers. So, let's hear let's hear a bit of Portuguese here from East Timor.
Nacional, porque eles está cancelado aquisição de viatura como Prado. Portanto, depois disso, hoje nós fomos a uma reunião com as bancadas de deputados do Parlamento. Nós já fizemos um acordo para que 25, dia seguinte, data de 25, nós já marcamos já fazer uma consenso, fazer um acordo para que eles vão cumprir. Dia 25, neste mês, eles vão fazer uma plenária para que revogar totalmente a lei pensão mensal vitalícia. E segundo, os deputados vão alterar a lei de liberdade de reunião e manifestação, lei número 1/2006. Depois disso, quando...
It's so beautiful to hear the Portuguese language spoken in other parts of the world. So that's East Timor in protest. And Pakistan. What's happening in Pakistan? Well, Pakistan, human rights abuses, disappearances, all kinds. There it is right there. It's a massive anti-Pakistan protests erupt across I can't pronounce that, Balochistan. There it is right there. And Slovakia. Big protests in Slovakia. And multiple cities across this week against government's economic policies and austerity measures, including tax increases. The youth, you're going to see a lot of youth protesting around the world. We're going back to 2019, the year of the protest. But in 2019, they got clever. They pulled the trigger on the pandemic to shut down all the protests. I wonder what they're going to do this year with all the protesting. We're going to go into Christmas protesting. We're going to go into spring and summer protesting. And the governments all over the world know this, right? And we got chaos. Let's quick, guys. There it is. Pro Gaza. Where is this? Oh, in Milan, Italy. So yeah, Dino Bravo sent me this, and Italy is in chaos right now. Solidarity with Gaza, pushing back against government's stance. Wider protests have touched on foreign policy and humanitarian concerns, and that's coming out of Italy right now. And that's been happening all week in Italy. And I think this is not in Rome. This is Milan. So now, if you guys remember when we were covering Mike in the Night, the worldwide protests in Italy, they were doing in 2019 in Italy, they were so fed up. They had the Maffangulo protest. If you guys remember, the Maffangulo protest was massive in Italy. And there it is. There it is, folks. Yes, guys, it is Protest Watch here on Mike in the Night. Let me know what you guys think of this segment of the show. We are going back to the year of the protest. What are they going to do? Are they going to go with climate change emergency? Another war? They're kind of fizzling out the wars we have now. Zelensky wants to keep going. Another pandemic? What are they going to do? What's Bill Gates going to do? All right. Wow, it's been a great hour with you guys here on Mike in the Night. All right, guys, I got to do a channel plug. Let me see if anyone even bought me a coffee tonight. There we go. 345 bought me a coffee. Thank you, 345. Thank you for 345. Thank you, 345. The name is 345. Thanks for the coffee. No worries if you're late. The replay will be up shortly. Banking crisis, Frank. That's a good one, buddy. Frank, that's a good one. The Black Swan event. This whole Black Swan event. Gold and silver going through the roof. Black Swan event's happening. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yes, Dano has put a very important... Dano, you guys know Dano, right? From artbydano.com. Dano's been with us for many years, too. And he knows the name that I gave Bill Gates. We used to call Bill Gates Prickly Ballsack. Now, Prickly Ballsack has many meanings to it. But it suits Bill Gates, Prickly Ballsack. Yeah, Nitten's telling us in the comments too. It's 100% a banking crisis too. That could be a banking crisis too. Yeah, you know what? Let's see what we were talking about banking. Let's see if there's a Black Swan banking. What we talked about, guys. Let's just do a real quick channel plug, guys. It only takes 1 minute. If you guys have tax issues, go to MikeMartinsTax.com. MikeMartinsTax.com. Fill this out and give it to, send it in and see what happens. Mike in the Night, if you want to buy a coffee, I'll give you guys a link to the coffee. Copy. Paste. Buy your boy a coffee. Thanks, 345, for buying me a coffee. And if you want to join the channel on YouTube, this will look like the channel's legitimate. If you guys support and join the channel, then what will happen is YouTube will see that it looks like the channel's legit. So, and KiwiRadio.nz 620 of Mike in the Night in MP3 format is right here. So if you guys want to check out 620 of Mike in the Night in MP3 format and not kill your bandwidth, it's right there for Mike in the Night at KiwiRadio.nz. Oh yeah, here we go. It's Mike in the Night. Move to your bunker now, says WT. Biotrog is in the house. D-Man's in the house. Good, we have our 100-man army is here tonight on Mike in the Night to
Hiya, pal.
To make a difference. All right. Guys, oh yeah, I forgot to plug this. Guys, join our email list. You don't want to miss an episode of Mike in the Night. You don't know where we are. If we get kicked off, where do we go? No one can find us. Where the hell are these people? Guys, MikeMartins1980 @gmail.com. Go ahead and just follow me on there. Just email me. and I'll add you to our mail list. And if you don't want to miss an episode of Mike in the Night, I will email you. And if you want to see it, you see it. And it'll be in your email box. All right. Yeah, if someone's clicking the heart button, thank you for clicking the heart button. That also screws up the algorithm a bit too. When you hit the heart button or the flowers or whatever you're sending me, that actually boosts the algorithm, which is really, really good. And I don't see Ricky Spanish. Guys, are you seeing Ricky Spanish anywhere in the comments?
Ricky Spanish.
Because I want to get Ricky Spanish on the show to talk about gold and silver. And I also want to talk about, to him about the stock pick he told me to buy, which did good for me, so I could buy a new computer for the show. So it'd be nice to get him on the show. Ricky Spanish, if you're there, I'm just checking to see if he's on his Instagram. He's not on Instagram. He's not here. Nope. Damn it, he's not here. All right, Adrian in the house. KCC PAC's in the house. Nitin. In the house. All right. Guys, let's do some open lines. I'm just trying to see who's available, who's around. Mitch is here. We heard from him about 3 weeks ago. We got Junkyard Dog. Junkyard Dog is fed up, man. JYD is pissed. Maybe we should get Junkyard Dog on the show tonight. Let me just message Junkyard Dog. You there. I saw him in the comments earlier. Maybe he's got to go to work or something. Eduardo's not here either. He just let me know. We had him on last week too with the bill S9 or 8 or whatever the bill there. Got all kinds of Tony. Antonio in the house. Respect from the Republic of Ireland. Respect to you, brother. Whew. Oh, we got the Walking Journey. Hey, buddy. Well, yeah, it's Walking Journey. So he hasn't called me in a while. Like, he hasn't even texted. He would call me sometimes. I guess when I went to the Philippines, I didn't have any phone service too, right? And I was there for like 5 weeks, right? So, yeah, Junkyard Dog, we got to get JYD on. We got to get JYD. Like, I just got settled in a bunk, getting relaxed the other night. He just had something to eat. Let's see if he can because let me tell you why Junkyard Dog is important. He actually drives a truck and he goes to the States. He goes across parts of America. He sees what's going on. He sees the freight. He understands the situation. He sees people coming back empty. So these tractor trailers would come in to the United States with product to ship and then come back empty with nothing to bring to Canada. And, all right, we'll give him 2 minutes. We'll give Junkyard Dog 2 minutes to set up his audio and his headset or whatever he uses. We'll give him a call here on Mike in the Night and get his perspective on what is happening.
But we have the power to set us free. Mike in the Night live stream.
You are tuned into Mike in the Night voice.
Mike in the Night, oh Mike in the Night.
I'm telling you,
So join us in the chat room. Join us in the chat room. You see us talking here, that's for the talk. 'Cause now we're planning ahead for the streets. Mike in the Night room, oh Mike in the Night room. We don't wait like this.
Mike of the Night. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Junkyard Dog here on Mike of the Night. Buddy, thanks for coming on, being part of the channel. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, buddy, what's happening?
I don't know. You tell us what's happening. You're seeing the situation, and you know what? The situation is not really looking good right now, and you're seeing it through logistics, transport, and freight. What the hell is going on?
I'm seeing things firsthand. Well, so we haven't talked in a while, so yeah, there's lots to catch up on, buddy. I mean, oof. Like, I'll start off by saying this. Like, I got stopped at the border and heading into the U.S.
Did you have to read the Cat in the Hat?
No, it was nothing like that.
Oh.
No, they just want to, they search. It's a random search and question period kind of thing. They do it once in a while. You get stopped and they want to chat with you and they want to look at your truck and blah blah blah. It's sort of shit. That was about I don't know, 6 weeks ago now. And the right there, the border patrol, they were telling me they were just a general conversation. They want to know, they want a little information to see what's going on and try to make sense of what's happening. Anyway, they were telling me that like 25% of the Canadian trucks heading back into Canada are coming back empty. I'm like, well, fuck that. There's no revenue in that. What the hell's that?
Yeah.
And they say, well, I mean, they've got Americans down there that can't find work. They'll take a load somewhere and then they're stuck.
And that's pretty harsh on a truck driver that's coming back.
Buddy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've in all my years, my 23 years of doing this, I've never seen it this bad. Not even in 2008. Like this is bad. So they were telling me, that they're all coming. Most of them are coming back empty. 75% is coming back empty.
75 is coming back empty?
75%. Most of Canadian trucks come back empty. They go down loaded. They sit there, then you do your drop. You sit for she was telling me the drivers sit 4, 5, 6 days. They can't find. I'm not kidding, man.
75%.
It's high, yeah.
Minga Jack, what are you? Dude, that's death.
Yes.
That's death.
What I'm telling you, we're not, buddy. Hang on. We all we know we're heading for a depression. If these people up top, okay, they don't figure out what needs to be done soon, we're gonna starve. The relationship between Canada and U.S. is finished. So
this is detrimental. I mean, this is huge. This is a massive.
It's a massive blow.
Severely underreported, man. Why is this underreported? Like, I mean, you would think this would be on.
They don't want.
I'll go on the Canadian news to find headlines to bring to you guys. They don't talk about all the trillions of dollars of money laundering. They don't talk about. All they say is Donald Trump the racist, Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. Canada's not looking at its own problems. Can you? Okay, Junkyard Dog. We've been talking for years now. Can you?
Yeah.
Do you agree with me that we've been in a recession since 2012, 2013 because we couldn't even get into our own real estate markets then with all the money from China?
I think it started before that. It started before that. This is buddy. This what I've been learning, from border people, from other truckers, from just Like this is going deep. Like this is a deep subject. This is like
Okay,
Israel. This is like Israel. This is like this is deep shit.
Okay,
Buddy,
let's take 2 steps back. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, all you do is pick on the Chinese." I'm not picking on nothing. I'm telling you what the problem is, and I'll tell you why this is a problem, Junkyard Dog. At your age right now, you should have had your home paid off 20, 30 years ago, and you should have a lot of disposable income at your age. You shouldn't be fighting
absolutely
tooth and nail to compete with money laundering just to cover your property tax and just to cover food on the table. You shouldn't be at that level at your age. You should be cozy, retired. Oh, the trucking industry is going to hell. Well, too bad. I didn't spend all my money on just trying to pay a basic mortgage on a house that's worth $100,000. So
that's right.
Yeah,
I've been behind the 8 ball for the last 2 years. Okay, behind the 8 ball. I can't get out of this truck to get into a newer one. You know, to have a little bit of a honeymoon period where you just make your payments, you do your runs, do your oil changes, your basic maintenance, you know, tires, that. I can't get out of this truck to make that happen. The interest rates.
Real estate, can you agree with me that if your real estate was so damn expensive, you wouldn't be in this problem right now?
Mike, the last year, the sticker on my windshield just across into the U.S. went from $400 to $800. My insurance is $1,900. The fuel situation. It's just we're getting screwed. We are getting screwed. If those trucks are not rolling, you don't have a job to go to because your company's not selling, moving, nothing. The Christmas stuff should be already about, in the last 3-4 weeks, more Christmas stuff should be flowing across the border. So they've got it on their stores, their displays. Like, you go through Halloween, you go through the Thanksgiving, they have to get it. You can't just snap your fingers and get it a week from, But anyway, there's things I need to say, you and I, when we need to make money because we're Christians, or you're Catholic, I'm sorry, but I have Christian values as well. But you either work for it or you win it, as you and I, okay? Normal Gen Pop, normal people. But these uppers, they're stealing it and printing it. When an egg falls out of a chicken, it's that, it should be that price. When you cut down a tree, the lumber's that price. That egg and that tree didn't change. But the greed, power, money laundering, they just keep printing it and passing it around to Ukraine and passing it here and passing it there.
The mistake they made
worldwide.
They should have left the housing alone. They should have left the housing alone and let us.
They can't. They can't.
4 times your annual net income, and that's what you get into, and that's what you could afford to buy. 4 times what you make a year net is what you should get into real estate wise. It got to a point where now it's 30, 40, 50 times your annual net income to get into a basic property. If we weren't in this property broke, if we weren't all property broke, we wouldn't have to worry about too much about this recession or depression we're going into, because we'd have some reserve money. We'd have our property paid off. Work just for the property tax. Work for the water bill. Not too harsh, right? But we're not in that situation. People are retiring now with $250,000, $1 million in debt.
Yes.
We're so screwed. They should have left the governments. Should have left the properties alone and just not laundered it to Chinese. They should have left it for us. 4 times the end, and make it illegal for foreigners to come in and buy up our property and leave it empty. They should have done something about it. Now
it doesn't.
And they brought in all the Indians. Tell us, you know the Indian story with the truckers. They brought in all 4 million Indians to fix the housing crisis, and it made it worse.
Yeah. What I'm understanding now is that they're wanting to bring ICE into. Now I have to fact check this. I just found this out, and I'm not 100% sure, but They want to bring ICE to Canada
You
because
don't have
they
to
know
bring ICE to Canada. Canada already
Canada's
has
the problem.
Canada has the regulations in place to deport people. Remember in 2006, 7, and 8? Who did they deport in 2006, 7, and 8?
Yeah, but they've let too many people in that are like criminals, terrorists. There's
Okay, the
there's
American side.
Indians
The American side.
on the American side and our side, but they've let too many.
Okay, you mean the American side coming into Canada? The American side wants to. America has jurisdiction within 100 miles of the Canadian border. You know that, right?
They're trying in the big box picture things. They're trying to beat us. They want their world taking over ours, so we don't exist anymore. We're the milk and honey. Like you said many times, the founding fathers knew what they were doing by the people, for the people. Okay, and Canada's sort of the same thing. We're very close, but they're moving into our world. They want us gone. They want the power. They want our land, our water, our everything. I'm sure of it, man. I'm telling you. It's we're if the people don't do something soon, it's coming to an end. Like, you stop and think, people that are, I don't know, 55 and up, 60, 70, that generation, they've got their, they've had their pensions, they've had their deals, their work deals, they work, they get their deals, the wife, the husband, the spouse, like that generation, when that's gone, you and I are now there. Those people are going to be in nursing homes that are owned by Indians. My mother-in-law is in a nursing home that's owned by an East Indian, and the workers dropped her. They broke her hip and her leg. Still in pain. There's lawyers getting involved, buddy. It's going to be the Indians don't have the same structure and values and work ethic we do. They don't give a fuck, man. They don't have what we have. They want to, but they're not, like, man, it's not happening.
Well,
but our money, like you said,
well,
the whole problem.
Our fast food industry is completely destroyed right across Canada because they brought in people that don't have the same values as we do, and a lot of those fast food restaurants you walk into smell like toilets.
They're trying to silence us. When the Freedom Convoy was in Ottawa, all they had to do was have a conversation with them and iron it out. They're scared. They're scared to death that they know we know that they know.
Is scared of China. Do you understand? They own a majority of our mines, our coal mines, our stump duty, all our lumber. They own everything. Okay?
Yeah.
China owns a good chunk of Canada. And the problem is Canadian governments are scared of China. The Liberal government is China, and the Conservative government is WEF and Israel. We don't stand a chance. We the people that built this place don't count anymore.
We don't count anymore. They call us, you and I, like our Canadian government laid it out for us. They called us Nazis. We're what was the other words?
Fascist.
Misogynist. We were. They threw all kinds of names at us, which is bullshit. They're scared, man. They're running fucking scared. They know. We know. Like, the money, every bill that's in circulation worldwide is worth nothing. What's it backed by? There's no gold standard, man. It's not backed by anything. You might as well take and cut up paper towels and napkins and trade with that. Give that, buy gas with that, buy eggs with that. It's the same value. There's no value to it.
Well, Junkyard Dog.
It's manipulation. They've manipulated us, man. And everybody they have to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. We're being manipulated, lied to. That money isn't worth shit. It's not backed by nothing. It's not backed by nothing.
I understand.
You know?
That's why we had Lord Humongous on Mike of the Night over the last 5-10 years coming on. Money needs to be backed. It needs to be intrinsic value. You need to have something backing it, and that's what Kennedy tried to do with
bullshit.
Kennedy tried it with the silver back $5 or $2 bill or the $50. Kennedy tried with silver, and well, they ended up obviously shooting him, right? But,
that's right. Those people will take us out for being honest, for true, for trading for value. They're going to take us out, man. That's what, because man, I'm telling you, we're trading napkins and paper towels. That's what we're buying shit with. There's no backing on anything. That's why they pulled the trigger on the pandemic. That's why they're threatening us with war. These elites, they're just school people, man. It's like a schoolyard. They're the pictures telling us, threatening us, telling us. It's bullshit. It's like we're just ants. We're the ants. You know? There was a little video, I think I sent it to you. We're the ants. You know? 1-2 ants, yeah, you kill 1 or 2, that's no big deal. They don't feel that. They don't notice that. But if the entire anthill comes out, it'll devour the elites. We will devour them. The earth is going to go back to the little people. It has to. If we all band together, say, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. The people are the power. You can't with the China, the technology. It fucked up. It fucked up because everybody learns. We can travel the world sitting in your desk with information now. We're teaching each other faster now, right now. Everybody's waking up. But they're threatening us, man. These trucks have to move. If you want food off the field, cotton, resources,
rubber,
everything,
oil.
everything. Your job is there because of a truck. The chair you sit in, the paper you write on, the coffee in your machine. It came by a truck. If the truckers are happy, the world is happy. The world is happy if people in transport are satisfied. We set the pace for the world. That's why the Canadian government had to shut us down. They had to shut us down because we were the voice of the world. Mm-hmm. The world was listening. They shut us down. The police, they're not what you think.
Oh, I know they're not.
The police are not there to protect you and I. They're not there to protect and serve the ants, the citizen. No. The police are there to protect and serve the governments, you know what I mean? Yeah. Their agenda. They're protecting their interest, their money.
You know that if you know in Canada, I was looking into squatting laws because we have millions of empty properties owned by Chinese foreign investors. Like we were reporting back in 2015, 1.7 million vacant units. That was back then, and now they're looking at 3.9 to 4 million vacant condos, houses, like a mix, right? And I looked
Yeah.
into squatting. I'm like, there's so many homeless Canadians. Now, what if they just started squatting in these empty properties and turn on the power? You know, get the running water again, put the cable, you know, get it running again, so it's not all empty, right? I looked into it, and you know, if a squatter or a squatter squats in a foreign investor's property in Vancouver, they could do 5 to 10 years in prison.
Wow.
They won't even get a misdemeanor, nothing. They'll do 5 to 10 years for squatting in a vacant foreign owner's property. And if you're a Canadian and you're on Airbnb, they're all over you trying to tax you because you have the property empty for 2-3 days of the month or 4 days of the month.
Now
they come after you.
Now, what you're saying, so now if they have to get the police involved, it's not because they're here to protect us, the little guy that has nothing. No, they're there to protect the people that have the money because they're paying the police. That's their bodyguard. The elites hired the police. That's their bodyguard, man. Not for us. They're there to keep us down, to fleece us, to take a little money off us here and there, to pick at us.
Yep.
To pick at us, man. Show force. I'm defending the elite. They're ripping you off. They know it. We know it.
Like this bill.
You're not supposed to know it. We're keeping that invisible from you.
You watched last week's Mike of the Night, right?
Part of it, buddy.
Okay. Did you watch Eduardo S83 or S9 or S8?
I don't know. I got a little bit of it, but I think I was fading in and out. I was gone by then.
So these are hate speech laws. Okay, they're the Canada's passing to put people like myself in jail. So a Chinaman comes with a suitcase with dirty money, launders it, buys 2 properties, launders more money, brings in these briefcases of money, makes it impossible for me and you and our families and our kids to get into any of our own real estate for like now 15 years. Yeah. And I call out the Chinaman and say, hey, Chinaman, why are you doing this? Why are you coming to our country? Why are you coming in and working in our banks? And you don't even speak English. So why is this happening? Why is this? So if I call this out, that this guy's breaking the law, he's laundering money. There is money laundering laws in Canada, but for people like myself. When I bought my house, they had to do a whole money laundering background check on me. And then they found that I owned a business, and they had to do a money laundering background check on my business. The money laundering background checks and all that stuff, that's not for Chinese people. That's just for Canadian people. So Mike, I call out the Chinaman for destroying our futures and our children's futures. Our children will become homeless. So I call it out. I go to jail because Chinaman doesn't like the fact that he's been bringing in money, and I go to jail.
Because you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know. Those people are okay. The government is allowing it. They're allowing all these governments. They're allowing China to do it because it's their agenda. They're moving Indians into those English-speaking countries for a reason, because they're compliant. They're working together. They're part of it. They're fucking part of it.
You guys want some proof? Here's the article right here, Junkyard. Let me read it for you guys. Money laundering in BC is a non-issue for all parties during the election campaign. So this last election, money laundering in 2024, October 2024, money laundering is not an issue, and you're not allowed to talk about it in politics. If you're running for politics in Canada, you can't talk about Chinese money laundering. You can't talk about it.
Because it's their agenda. And they'll use the police to enforce their illegal activities. If you and I, they will print money, man. If they need it, they don't work for it. These assholes got, hands like women, like babies. They don't work for it. If they need it, they steal it and print it. While they teach you and I have to follow the agenda. Oh no, you work for your money. But then when somebody like I don't know, D.B. Cooper, Billy the Kid, Al Capone. They knew it. They knew it, what was going. They figured it the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And they fought it. Just like we are now, just like Charlie Kirk. He's in the same category. Billy the Kid, Al Capone, Babyface.
Mm-hmm. Babyface Nelson. Here's another
the
article.
James Gang.
Here's another article. Canada would be in a recession without money laundering. And these are the billions of dollars from 2011 to 2015, all came in from China. These are billions of dollars, and we're in the trillions right now. And our GDP grew because of it. It says right here. And this article, when did I read this article originally? May 13, 2019. And this is why they had to pull the trigger on the pandemic, because people couldn't even get into their own real estate markets. People were protesting on the streets. No confidence in government.
I'm gonna say something right here that's gonna blow your mind. Why is Polyev saying, okay, Canadians, you guys can work harder and get more value out of your money. Vote me. Okay, asshole.
He's not allowed to win, we told you.
Why don't? How about we flip it? How about we turn the table? How about you guys do the job and work? And I'll sit here and I'll decide if I want to print money if I need it. Maybe my hands want to be baby soft for a while. I'll print the money. I'll make the, you know what I mean? You and I, the people, the ants. We'll do nothing for, to have our living, to make our way. You people, Carney, Trudeau, all you people, you put on the gloves. You put on the work boots. You come out of those offices and you drive the truck and dig the holes and cut down the trees.
Maintain
How about that? Turn the flip it. I want my money for free. I want to steal it from you. And if I need more, I'll print it. How about that? How about that, Mr. Carney? Mr. Everybody, Mr. Zulu, whoever the hell these people are. You don't deserve the power you've got, threatening us with bombs and shit. Buddy, we should be the ones telling you.
Again, I think it was Andrew Jackson that said, people should not fear their government. The governments should fear their people.
Yes. They're scared of us. You know why they haven't pulled the trigger? They're scared of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's their bully. You're bullying us. Listen, in the cowboy days, when you wanted to fight somebody, you went out in the street. You counted your paces. You had your hand on your gun. And you pulled the trigger. No fear.
It was man
to
man.
They fear it. They fear us. Man. They're not men. They're not men. They're not women. They're cowards hiding behind us, the people. They're hiding behind us. And they use the police and those people.
And their laws and bills to arrest us.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. When the government wants to put a police station, they do it. When the government wants to do what they want to do, they say, oh, we have to tax you. Bullshit. You printed it. You stole it. You turned a pickup truck, a piece of steel and plastic, into a $100,000 machine that nobody can afford. For what? For what? You pieces of shit. That truck's not worth $100,000. Fucking frame's gonna be rusted out of it in the Rust Belt in 3 years. Fight back, people. We have to fight back. Refuse that. Don't sign your name for their agenda on that truck, that house, whatever. Fuck them. Fight back. We have to put it together, figure it out.
Well,
They're scared of us.
They're
scared of us.
Somebody asked me for a solution. I'll give you the solution. We get a Royal Commission, non-government entity, to come into Canada like they did in Australia, which we covered. We get a Royal Commission in Canada that's by the people, for the people, and selected by the people to do a forensic audit on our government, expenditures, and all the money laundering that came into Canada. If we could remove 80-90% of that dirty money from China in Canada, our housing will go down 80%. You could basically go out and buy a one-bedroom apartment for $25,000, because in this economy right now, that's what a one-bedroom should be worth in Canada, $20,000 to $30,000, because of the taxation and the cost of living and everything. It should be $25,000 for a one-bedroom, $60,000 for a two-bedroom. A detached home to start at $120,000 at the taxation level we're at now, and the price of food now. So if we could get an audit, a forensic audit through some sort of a Royal Commission to come into Canada and actually take everything going back 15, 20 years and cleaning it up. And seizing all these, they could seize all these properties that was purchased through fentanyl money from China gangs. They could seize them all and give them back to the Canadian proper.
Exactly. Stop fleecing us. We've got nothing left to give. They're fleecing us. We got nothing left to give. So many people. I don't even think you said on your channel, $200 away from bankruptcy. I think it's less than that.
61% of Canadians are $200 away from bankruptcy.
It's less than, yeah. It's more than that. Sorry. Yeah. People they're borrowing. I was at the truck stop here near Ottawa today, and there was a man and a woman. They were trying to buy gas. She went to buy gas. She had no money on her account. They had to because some check or something didn't come. I don't know if it was a government check or what. It's the end of the month. I have no idea. But they didn't have money for gas. He found another card in his wallet that they could pay for their gas. Everything's on a fucking card. Bring back the cash, damn it.
You saw my video.
I want it in my hand.
You saw my Philippines videos. Everything is
Yeah.
cash. 98% is cash. There's no plastic.
I want cash in my hand. I'll protect it. I'll get a gun. I'll protect my cash. Thank you.
Real Time sent me a $2 tip. Mike, what are you going to do when digital ID comes? I got multiple videos going back 10 years on digital ID and digital prison and digital prison, digital ID, digital credit score, digital. Anyways, what am I going to do when digital ID comes? Avoid it as much as possible, and then start.
Do not accept digital ID. Do not accept it. Tell them to
do not comply,
fuck
and
you.
then try my best to get out of here as quickly humanly possible to get out of Canada. I mean, relocate to that rural island I live in, that I have a house in the Philippines in, that rural in the middle of nowhere place, and just go there and die in peace, and raise my kids, and that's it.
Yeah. I don't know, buddy. It winds me up. It just winds me up. I can't believe in 1992, I made $10 an hour at a tire shop.
And you lived like a king.
Which was good. I was okay, and I was going to buy, I had an old car, I was like, should I get rid of it? I called the dealer, went there. I said, what's your new pickup truck worth, man? Can I get into a new pickup? Yeah, we can put you in $16,000.
Mm-hmm.
What, for a V8 pickup truck? Like, just, we didn't have all these ones we have today. It was a regular cab, 8-foot box. I can't remember if it was 4. I think it was a 2-wheel drive, maybe. $16,000. How did we go from 1992 to today for like 90, 100 grand plus for a pickup.
Well, it's like
Come
in Canada.
on,
Well, hold on. It's like
people.
in Canada. I keep sending you pictures of homes and all this stuff. Yeah, okay. So that house in some Willowdale, Ontario, in the middle of nowhere, a 2-stoplight town, God knows where in Ontario, going for $840,000. And then I send you a picture of the same house going for the same house with more land in Alabama for $40,000. That's where we went wrong. Oh, location, Mike. I would rather live in rural Ontario than live in rural Alabama. Are you out of your tree? It's 9 months cold of the year in Ontario.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You're a truck driver. Tell us about the places you go through in rural Florida and Texas, Alabama, Georgia,
Man.
where you could pick up for 30, 40, 60 grand and you're set.
Yeah, but you want to know something, Mike? Some of those places that are kind of rural, it looks like they don't have a lot of money. There's not a lot of money circulation there.
The town I live is exactly the same. The town of Merritt, come visit me. There's not a lot of money circulation here. It's 2 stoplights. There's nothing going on here. The average house is $700 grand here. I'd rather be in a town with no circulation and work from home or do something around the house and have no debt and go pick up cans on the street, go pick up garbage on the street to make money than this bullshit rat race that we're in.
Yeah. See, those areas, those people drive older vehicles, they live amongst their means. They don't go over, they don't sign their names and go above their means. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
but today's technology,
$800,000 for a house that's worth $50,000. That's the problem in Canada. Someone's saying like nobody complied with the safe. No, on Mike of the Night, we were against why do you think we got 21 YouTube suspensions? We had doctors on the show going over the ingredients, what was inside these jabs. We were telling people it's all poison. Don't take this shit. That's why we kept getting banned on YouTube. That's why Mike of the Night had to go to Odyssey. We even got banned on Rumble. Anyways, continue.
Mike, those rural areas, they're a little see, you grow you have chickens, you got to work a little bit to have what they have in the cities. You have chickens, you'll grow your garden, so you trade your eggs for some honey, you trade some blueberries for some, people have ways of doing things in rural areas that city people don't understand. They'll hunt, they do stuff. But like this technology race is to the point of ridiculous. Like those people drive older vehicles, a lot of them, there's some that you have to have newer ones, upgrade your stuff. I'm sorry, but it's to get parts and, the junkyards and this crush, so I mean, there's shit, there's way that those that makes it harder. But we used to fix our own vehicles.
Yeah, we used to rig things.
You had tools.
Hanger crap. Oh, we'll get it something to hold this up. Let's.
Buddy.
Looks like the block is needs this, or this looks like the spark plug is.
You could
stuck
do
in the
it.
block.
You could do it with tools. You could do it.
Yes.
In your backyard, in your driveway, in your little garage, you could do it. Your buddies could come over. You buy a case of beer, and you did it. Right? We all helped each other. Today, when your vehicle goes on you, it's a semiconductor thing or a blah blah blah. A $9,000 transmission. Those people in those rural areas, they can't do that. That day is gone. They took it from us. They never should have took that. You want to make us great again? Bring it back. Make it so that we can work in our shit in the drive. Why do you need heated steering? Like, why do you need a semiconductor? What is this shit for? You're selling us bullshit.
Yeah,
we
just
don't
like they're
need
trying to
it.
sell us. What was it? There's some guy was trying to sell me. Oh, you could get a new car that's got a refrigerated glove box for your water. I'm like, mafangulo.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
get the fuck out.
I'd rather go to the dollar store and buy a styrofoam container like we used to in a bag of ice. What's wrong with that?
Right?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
it's bullshit. They're selling. See, they've got people. They go to college. They have to justify their jobs, so they got to come up with some bullshit thing Oh yeah, I can make more. Oh, and they rub their hands together, the corporates. Oh yeah, we can make. Yeah, we can do. So they've done that so many times now that there's nothing left for us to give. Like, they keep selling and shoving it down our throat. Let's flip the script, man. Turn it around. I want the free money now. My idea. I want the free money. And if I want to print it because I need more, I'll do it.
Well, the government
does You that. Guys put
the
on.
Government, when the government needs, let's say, it needs more iron ore, it'll just print the money and then get what is.
That's right.
If you've been watching the show long enough, you would know that the United States of America, the number one export is inflation. The number one thing America exports is printing money. If they need some oil from some country or they need some plastic or rubber, they just print the money and they just give them the money printed. That's America's biggest export is inflation. And every government does it, and every government got.
So you mean so they'll just try to think of this for a second. Where did these countries get that kind of money to keep giving it to Zelensky? Where did that money come from?
They took it on debt.
Thin air.
We don't have the money to give. We never had the money to give Zelensky. They took it on debt.
Oh, so the Rothschilds and the 4 or 5 families or whoever the pyramid is. So they said, okay, print the money, we'll lend it to you, blah blah blah, and
No. What Canada did was it's basically an IOU. So what Canada did with Zelensky is the billions or whatever dollars they gave them was money we don't have in our coffers. We don't have the money to give to Zelensky.
Okay, now they said, okay, we gave that money to Zelensky. Now I have to tax you because
now we pay in our taxes to pay Zelensky.
You see how stupid we are?
No, it's not us. We and you aren't doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the people that were selected. Elections are all rigged. That's why I kept telling everyone. Do you remember, Junkyard Dog, how people in the comments were shitting on me? Really, you even called me at the store to tell me when I said that that Pierre Poilievre is not allowed to win, and the Carney guy is going to win because he has to win because he has to continue this bullshit. And you even called me at the store because you were concerned about the bad comments that people were telling me they were leaving on and threatening me.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I'm concerned about that. And something, when somebody is over the target like that, if there's something new, so oh, you're blah blah. Oh, this no. But because they're programmed. That's the way it is.
Yeah. People are like, oh, have you seen the Pierre Poilievre rallies? Shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. He's going to win. I'm like, no, he's not. He's not allowed to win.
Yeah.
And that's why, because the Conservative Party and in Canada are more Israel WEF, right? But the Liberal Party is more China and Palestine. And that's why Mark Carney addressed Palestine as a state.
Yeah. For what though? What's the gain on this? What's like where's the win on this? Who's winning on that? Like are you and I gaining off this? Like is this like
my property taxes went up. The cost of operating has gone up. But you know what? I should eat my own words because I've been warning about this for over 15 years too. So I did create a bit of preparedness for it. I did buy a little bit of physical silver that I could afford to buy at the time. I did buy, a lot of people are doing well off the precious metals, but I got 3 kids to raise. It costs a lot of money to raise 3 kids nowadays. They purposefully impoverished us so our people don't have kids. You see?
Yeah.
Anyways, you sound really stressed. We've been talking for over 45 minutes. I'm going to let you go, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. We covered a lot of ground.
Go have a tea or something, relax.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do, buddy. We covered a lot of ground. I think we've laid something out here for some of these people to think about. Think about it.
I appreciate the support and everything you do for us here and recording.
You too, buddy.
God bless
Love you, bro.
I love you too. God
You
bless.
too. Bye.
Man, I feel like crying, man. Shit, like I feel like emotional, man. Man, I feel really emotional, man. I really care. I really care about you guys, you know? That's why I've been here for the last 15 years on social media. It's because I truly care about you guys. Biggest eye-opener for me in the last year is that trip to the Philippines, guys. Let me show you guys on the channel where to find that. I really want you guys to follow my Filipino adventures there. You'll see a lot of things, from the schooling system to the roads to the house we built for $7,000. If you guys get some time, this is what the YouTube channel looks like. Philippine Adventures. Who wants to move? Watch this. This is not a travel channel stuff. I'm actually showing you guys what the price of food is, what to look forward to when you get there. And our $7,000 house here on the channel, you could see the $7,000 house we built and what it looks like and what was involved in building it. Oh yeah, stroke season's here, guys. Stroke season's here in Canada. Just play that clip here real quick for you guys. Let me get the volume here. On the planet has, or has awareness towards. No other country in the Milky Way galaxy even knows of the existence of this. Canada has acknowledged and knows of stroke season. Stroke season, we make an awareness video every year to let people know. Share this all over the world, because Canada is the only country in the universe that has a stroke season. So here it is from CBC. That's taxpayer-funded Canadians Broadcasting Crap. Canadians Broadcasting Crap. What did they say here? Here goes, folks.
It's like between influenza, infection, and stroke.
Yeah, I didn't know about this either until last year, but it turns out that after flu season, about 3 or 4 weeks later, there is a stroke season. And like you said, most of Canada is getting down off of a big hump of flu, so now we're starting to see more strokes. And a friend of one of my colleagues actually mentioned that at work the other day. Said, have you noticed how many strokes we're seeing? It's a lot.
Did you trust the science? Did you trust the science? Because if you did, it's stroke season. Heck, it's open season all year long. Anyways, guys, share this, get this out there. That's our tax dollars hard at work funding the mainstream media to propagandize and brainwash people. Stroke season is here. Let me know if your country observes or understands or... We should get Dano on the show to find out if stroke season is happening there where he is in Los Angeles. Yeah, and Joey Rocha is saying, boy, what did that study cost? $50 million bucks? Yeah. Yep. Okay, guys, just an update on the channel. We will not have Mike in the Night for 2 weeks because I have to go to Portugal. I got business to do in Portugal. So we are going to Portugal together. I'll be filming in Portugal on location, showing you guys the cost of living, the price of this, any protests happening. I'll be there in Portugal, right? So we will be going to Portugal as a team. And then when I get back, we're going to still be in season 33. What is this? Season 33 of Mike in the Night? Oh, people keep asking for older episodes. Guys, older episodes of Mike in the Night. People actually want to binge watch. You go to mikeinthenight.org. You go to mikeinthenight.org and you will find episode 617, 616, 615, all the way back. And you go back to the vaccine wars, all the way back here where we were fighting and we were getting people, like all these guests in, and pathologists and funeral directors and vaccinologists and all these people coming on the show telling us how dangerous and what's going on. Look at this. Mike in the Night 541, prediction shows. Look at this. Keep going back. Watch Mike in the Night, guys. People have been watching. Look at that. People are viewing these old episodes. Look, this is what we're talking about. They are murdering us in Canada. With the Maid, we were warning you guys about Maid many years ago. Look at that. Look at all this hard. Episode 500. Yeah. 486. Oh, this one. I love this Mike in the Night. 481. Mike in the Night's rising deaths. Who is really responsible as injections are ineffective and don't block transmission, says Bill Gates after selling his shares in Bionet. This piece of garbage here, Bill Gates, this piece of garbage sold his shares in Bionet. Let's see if I can find the clip. There he is, right there. That piece of shit sold his shares in Bionet. This is Mike in the Night 481. Let me see if I can find the clip here for you guys to see. This piece of crap sells his shares in Bionet, and then tells goes on a speaking tour in Brussels. I think I brought it up a few times though. It's in the show. I brought it up like multiple times. This piece of trash. That's when all the players were falling on the field. I'm trying to see if I could find that section there so you could see the headline. Sells his shares in Bionet. And right there. Ineffective and no block transmission, says Bill Gates after selling his shares in Bionet for a massive profit. That's exactly what's going on. MikeInTheNet.org. MikeInTheNight.org. Go there and watch our old episodes of the show if you want to watch it. Harry Ballsack, no, Prickly Ballsack has gone very quiet. Yeah, and that piece of crap had a steak dinner before Trump got inaugurated into office, a 4-hour dinner. Remember we covered that? All these people are on the same team, and all these people are here to destroy you. Period. Period. Someone just messaged me here asking if I'm going to bring these episodes of Mike in the Night to Rumble. I don't know, guys. It's a lot of work to bring over these episodes and transfer and download. And this is like Mike in the Night, the new generation, because now YouTube has realized that they're losing their business because of everyone they expelled or removed from the platform. So they're allowing people to freely speak for now. And I think this may be a ploy. Just hear my conspiracy theory out here, guys. And I was thinking about this the other day. I think that this whole kind of freedom of speech on YouTube we're getting back again is a ploy. Purposefully. And on Facebook too. So those bills that these governments are passing, these bills that are hate speech bills that really don't define what hate speech is, to put us in jail. Oh, he's saying this about the Chinese money laundering. Oh, he's saying this about Big Pharma. Oh, he's saying this about migrants destroying his country. Well, let's put him away now. Because now on YouTube, it's not considered hate speech anymore. It's not considered bullying or medical misinformation. I have a feeling YouTube and Facebook are opening up the floodgates to allow people like myself that have been doing this for the last 15 years to get us shut down and put in prison. Because now, you know what I mean? This may be a ploy. This may be a trap that we're walking into, or I'm walking into. This may be a big, gigantic trap. Yeah, where's Dino? Dino Bravo, Canada's strongest man. How is Zuckerberg and Gates not in jail? Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's the fact checker's fault. And then Zuckerberg goes on the Joe Rogan show. I'm Joe Rogan. Yeah. Joe Rogan, I'm not going to express the hatred I have for these people. They're all posers. And Joe Rogan took my monologues from here. I'm so pissed. That guy gets 1.8 million US dollars per episode, and I get $400 a year for doing Mike in the Night. You know why? Because I'm not lying to you. If I want to make money, I gotta lie to you. And I'm not gonna lie. You're not gonna lie. I'm not gonna tell you what to say when you come on here. Yeah, it's a pay-to-play system. You got enough money, you can get away with anything, says Jeff Nugent. How is Hill Dog not in jail? Hill Dog should have been in jail years ago. I remember I got a 2014 video. There was something she was saying about black people, and she was very racist, and it hit it in a hot mic. And we were talking about it on a YouTube video, and they took down my video for bullying. I'm like, well, but she said it, not me. Someone says, download Sabotage Beastie Boy, says Joey M. What a great tune. What a great tune. Too bad there's too much blockages on audio on YouTube. You could put audio music on Rumble like we did, Odyssey, everywhere else, but you put it on YouTube, shut you down. You know what? Who was it? Yeah. I wonder, I don't know if maybe Dino Bravo's sleeping. Is he? See, Dino Bravo has a military order of Christ. Look, if you look at his name on YouTube, that military order of Christ is because he joined the channel. He helps pay my internet bill. Yeah. Can they rug pull gold? Well, you know what? They could always fix and spoof Goldman Sachs and Jamie Dimon, all those guys. They've been spoofing the silver and gold market for the last 20 years, 30 years. So they could just keep doing it if they want to. They could spoof those markets. They could if they really wanted to, they can. They're not going to jail. They know they're not going to jail. Right? All right, let me see who else in the comments here, guys. You are tuned into Mike in the Night, the voice of the Commonwealth. Maybe we should get somebody in from Australia here tonight. We should get Anna Key on. I want to get Goldust back on the show. We haven't had Goldust on the show in like 4 months. 5 months. And we should get... We should get Craig back in from New Zealand to update us. Housing crisis in New Zealand is nuts. $588 billion laundered in a country of 5 million people. New Zealand, a country of 5 million people. The Chinese laundered $588 billion in their real estate market. They're so destroyed in New Zealand, you have no idea. He does? Where's Dino? Dino, message me, buddy. You know where to find me. Dino Bravo. Let's see if he's there. Call the Raven. Raven doesn't do Instagram, guys. I talked to him a few days ago on the phone. He just does not do, okay, Dino's asking to get Dano. Yeah, Robert saying New Zealand has the most overcooked housing market per person. Oh, it's crazy. Dana wants to call in. Guys, just add me on Instagram. Mike Martins. Let me see if I could find my... Let me just see if I could just find my regular Instagram here so I can give you guys the link in the... Okay. Of course it's not going to give it to me here. Okay. Let me put my Instagram here for you guys. Okay, Mike Martins. Okay. Guys, just send me a quick message here on the Instagram. There's like 2 billion people in Instagram. So, I mean, Instagram is the best for us because there's so many people on it. So we could get more callers and more... Steve the Plumber, I don't know where he's at. He was on a show a few weeks back. KCC is saying New Zealand is enjoying 20 years of economic prosperity due to those 500 billion Chinese money laundering. The problem is everyone's sleeping in their cars and trees. They're sleeping in trees and in cars. So let me just see who else is here. If I'm getting any let me just see if I'm getting any requests here. I'm gonna delete all the old requests. I don't know who these people are. Let me see. It looks like a bot. Okay, delete all requests. Ooh, I got hidden requests too. Man, they hide things on you all the time. Okay, all right. This looks like some Indian guy messaging me for money. All right, delete. Okay, no more requests. So send me a fresh request. I know it's you. And we got Dallas Dalton too that could call in too. We get Dallas Dalton on the show tonight too. I just saw his message. I could chat with you for a bit, man. So
hiya, pal.
Maybe get Dallas Dalton on the show here on Mike in the Night. Give us an update on the destruction. You're tuned to Mike in the Night, the voice of the Commonwealth.
Mike in the Night live stream.
Oh, it's Dano. Hey, Dano? Dano, you there, buddy?
Hi, Mike?
Dano, what's up, buddy?
Shit.
Okay, guys, we got Dano on the
What the hell am I doing? I forgot how to do an Instagram call. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly, buddy.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
You can't.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, man, I can barely hear you, dude. It sounds like you're on the moon.
I don't know. I got
Hold
my mic.
on.
My mic is cranked right to the top.
Am I doing this wrong? Hold on. I found good.
Let's see if let me call you back. Let me see if I can call him now. Call him back right now. Let me see if I can get him. Let's see if he picks up.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah. You know what's going on? I got you on my desktop but I called on the cell phone. That's what the problem is. Should I just shut off the desktop then?
Yeah, shut off the desktop. You don't need to catch the delay in the show. The show is delayed.
Okay.
by
How's
2
this?
minutes.
How's this?
It's perfect, dude. Can you everyone hear Dano at home?
Yeah, I can barely hear you though. It's fine. I hear you when I'm on my desktop, but when I called on the cell phone, dude, I can barely hear you.
Maybe put up. You know what it is? It's not your phone audio that's down. It's your actual app audio is down. The audio app on the app. Of
Oh,
Instagram.
really? How do I? Where the hell do I find that?
I don't know, man. You got it. You have to just raise the volume on the app. Because what people think their
Oh
phone...
shit, man.
Yeah, their phone volume is not the app volume.
Oh man, let me go over here. I don't... Settings, audio touch-up. What's that?
I don't know. Dude.
Hello, is that better?
Yeah, I don't know. Can you hear me better?
Oh man, it sucks because I hear you fine when you're talking like on the desktop. Hold on, can I talk to you can I call from my desktop?
Do you have a mic?
Yeah, I got a mic. I'll have to we can talk, but I literally have to put the phone right to my ear, so I'm getting all that brain damage. I already have enough brain damage in my, you know what I mean? But
all right, tell us what's going on in your what's going on, Dano. Tell us what's going on, buddy.
Just another week. I'm just hustling, trying to sell some art, working on another little commission here. But man, I mean, the pier has just been we've already even been at the pier the last few weeks, man. There's been all this shit going on, and the city's had a bunch of stuff, and then there's the protests. I'm worried about I might never even go there on Saturdays anymore because every Saturday when we are there, there's protests, man. Whether it's Free Palestine one weekend, the next weekend is like the Charlie Kirk, stuff. The pro-Trump people, And either way, it's just a cluster F, and it's terrible for business because people don't like to go there on their Saturday and deal with that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but what really sucks is, and I told my partner there that sells my stuff there, Bill. When I'm not there, I said, dude, you better be. My booth is literally 20 yards from where the people start to line up on the Pacific Coast Highway for the protest. So if some lunatic goes there and starts shooting at the protesters, pro or con, doesn't matter from what side, right? I can end up getting shot, man. Literally, I'm not even joking. From the collateral damage, because it's so close to the action there, right? So I may never even go there on Saturdays anymore because of that, because all the shootings and shit recently. There's been just 2 shootings over the weekend of nutcases, and they're all politically motivated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you gotta cover you gotta protect your balls, bud. So prickly ball sack.
I mean, they literally line up like shit. Literally, not even 20 yards from my booth. There, the protesters.
So, what's the sentiment there? How do you feel? Do you feel something's gonna go down?
Yeah, well, Orange County is pretty much Republican, and Huntington Beach is very much a conservative city, right? So when the Huntington Beach people go there, they're all like pro kind of, they're conservatives. And they did when Charlie Kirk got shot the following Sunday, they did a huge wake for Charlie Kirk. There was thousands of people there, and it was totally peaceful and cool. They had a priest there. It was nice, man. It was like, Charlie was a good dude, right? But the problem is because Pacific Coast Highway, it's a state road, right? Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people allowed to protest there, so it always attracts all these nutcases, and the nutcases come from all over the place there, right? They're trucked in or whatever, bussed in. And that city can't stop that because it's not under their jurisdiction. It's state, right? But yeah, shit's ready to have hit the fan. You can feel it in the air, unfortunately, man. I've never, it's I mean, Camarillo is a really nice town, conservative town too, but a lot of parts of LA are the other way, right? So it's really weird. Like this whole, it's like everything's bipolar now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like people either they're just taking sides now. You're almost like forced to take sides. I'm more of a libertarian. I always try to keep my nose out of all that bullshit. But now it's like, and I had gotten more conservative as I gotten older with having enough kids and family and shit. But now it's like you're kind of forced to take a side, right? Mm-hmm. And of course, the side I'm going to take is the conservative side. The more the right wing side. There's no option. Because the left is totally unhinged. They're nuts now. It's like you know what I mean? So, yeah, so shit's going to hit the fan, I think, and people are struggling in the economy. Sales are down even in my business, and everything shit keeps going up. I mean, there is a handful of people making good money, but you got to be in those right kind of businesses or hooked up with the government, like you say. So, yeah, shit's going to hit the fan. I think I think Americans are more kind of rebellious by nature, so that's why it's going to happen for sure. I think Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's brewing. It's you know what it is, Dano? It's good versus evil, and you could see it. You could see the good versus evil.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of that, man, and it really hit me when I saw that Charlie Kirk thing live and getting shot, right? And the thing is, I mean, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories on who did it, and I don't believe the official government version anyway. I don't believe anything. There's always a real version of anything that happens, But he was a good guy. I mean, basically, he would just go to college campuses and debate people. He never raised his voice to people. He's a really logical, calm guy. Mm-hmm. Made a lot of sense. And he's also a Christian, and he followed those values. And he's a really, really smart dude. And he got blown away for that. He's not even a politician or a lawmaker, or you know what I mean, right? So that pissed a lot of people off. Maybe they want to do that on purpose, keep pissing the conservative right-wing people off more and more and more till they snap. Is that the ideal? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want to push people to the brink of it's time to fight back, so then they could bring in more martial law and more shutdowns.
Oh yeah. Well, you see what that a-hole did in England after those 3 million people went in the street for that day of the in England when they had that big protest against the government in London.
Yes.
Well, the guy came up with a digital ID the other day.
Yep. Piece of crap. These people are designed. They're basically put in place and designed to usher these things in. None of these people should be there.
No, they're all the
Nobody
same.
voted for these
they're all
people.
on the same plan. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for you folks up in Canada for the shit that I hear. I just hear junkyard and that. Like, I mean, well, let me tell you this, Mike. Like, so what's stopping from if the Western provinces get such a raw deal from the rest of Canada, where the seat of power is? Where's it in? It's in Ontario or the East. Anyway, well, why don't they just separate? Why doesn't just Saskatchewan and Alberta and BC say, fuck you, we got all the resources here, oil, and I think BC has trees, right? Wood and
100%. It would make perfect sense because Western Canada is too far from Eastern Canada. Where I live, the town I live in is too far from Ottawa to give orders. Why would we be taking orders from Ottawa? It's like 5,000 miles away.
So why don't the people just say, join me of Alberta, say that we're going to do it now, F you. What are they going to do, send the army out?
They're not allowed to. They're not allowed. They'll paint it in Canada. They'll paint it like an American Civil War. The Crown will obviously support the rest of Canada, while the province that wants to secede will look like the enemy. And they have slaves, and they're terrible, and they're
wait
bad
a minute.
people.
So that means the British have to send British troops in to fight Canadians?
The Crown funds. The Crown funds the activities. So they'll obviously fund Canada to make sure that Canada stays in line and make sure there's no secession by any of the provinces, right? There's nothing for the people here. There's nothing by the people. There's nothing for the people.
That's a drag, man. Well, do you have? I don't know much about the Canadian Constitution or the Canadian. I know. I mean, in the Declaration of Independence, it says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Do you have something like that in your Constitution?
I don't think we do. The Constitution we have is very vague, and it's very transparent. It could actually mean anything. What it says. In the American Constitution, it's broken down in a way where resort to number 1, resort to number 2, resort to number 3, resort to number 4. It's in order, and the Founding Fathers already knew what they had to do because they were escaping the tyranny of Europe and coming and creating the colonies. So they understood
isn't the Western provinces escaping the tyranny of Europe all over again by leaving Eastern Canada, but yeah, I mean, it's such a drag because I know it's a beautiful country, and I've been to Canada, So I mean, and people are pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of people in our industry here that are pretty nice people from Canada here, but and it has the best hockey players, right?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, we are in a lot of trouble here. A lot of us are in a lot of trouble, and that's why me and the family were looking at other avenues. I'm going to Portugal next week, so
yeah. Let me know how it goes in Portugal. Let me tell you, I mean, there's no way in hell when I decide to retire. There's no way in hell I can afford to live in California anymore. Once that happens, I'll be your pool. What is it? The house boy, and I'll be like your Gilligan when you're house in the Philippines, and you're like the skipper. And no, man, but I saw those Philippine videos. I'm like, it's just like another life there.
Dude, the average person makes 1.8 million to 2 million pesos in their whole life, and 2 million pesos in your money is like 35,000 American.
Wow.
And they have a car, a house free and clear, a house free, and they have land, and they have parties they go to and put their kids through school and have a mistress.
Yeah. So basically, we're kind of being fleeced here to keep up the Joneses and all that bullshit and the way of life. But I was going to say, what island were you on again? I can't remember. What island was that? I want to look at a map, see where that is.
Palilio Island.
Palilio
Island, guys. This is
Palilio with a P.
Here. I got my stroke season up here. Hold on, stroke season in Canada. Yeah. Did you hear that?
I saw that, Mike. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I mean, people are that gullible, they're gonna believe that.
So here it is, Palilio Island. There's the 7K Filipino house, and there's a video here that we actually drive to the house right here. So we actually drive to the house on a ferry. We go on a ferry, and when we get there, we're on the ferry here, and I show you everywhere we go and what we do on the island and what we're doing. So it's 7K Filipino Adventures. It's on the channel. You can't miss it. And there's a map of Palilio Island on the thimble, okay? So you can't miss the and it explains to you where we are, where we're going, and where to find it on the map.
No, it looked awesome. I love that video you had when you went to island hopping.
Oh yes, yeah, that's in the playlist. My Adventures Filipino. Let me find that island hopping.
But it seems like people literally just live their life there, man. Who gives a shit about all this bullshit? Nobody there gives a shit about free Palestine and all that bullshit, right?
No. The free Palestine is a big bullshit, right? So we don't have. So here's the. Let me go. So we're on the boat. We're getting on the boat. So we went island hopping. That's the boat my wife put some money towards to build. So it's like the family boat. And we went to that's the one island we went to there. We went to 6 or 7 islands, right?
Yeah.
So
you got a beautiful family too, man. They're really great people.
I'm a very
you can
lucky
feel
man,
it, you know, your kids,
you know
man.
what?
Your kids love you, man.
Dano, I'm kind of broke, like financially, but you know what? I got 3 kids and I got a good family. That's all I want.
Dude,
I'd rather have that.
I ain't no rich dude, man. We're just hanging in there, believe me. You know, but I know what you mean. The best thing I have is my son, you know. And oh, here it is. Yeah, that's what life should be all about. This, everybody, right? Like, look at that. That was a snake, right?
Yeah, you saw the snake. Yeah, there's the other island. I found this weird island with that door in the middle of nowhere. Remember that island with the door?
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know. You're so much more relaxed there, dude. Like it's hard to it's almost like you have to pretend to be angry there. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, because everyone's in a good mood there. No one's pissed off. No road rage. No one's angry. Everyone is just happy.
You can feel it. Oh, yeah. Look at
that door. That's the one with
man,
that door.
Well, I got to find a way to make a few bucks. You know, I would just get my easel up there, start painting scenery and people, and then shooting like a YouTube channel of how I do my paintings. You know what I mean? Like.
You see these doors here? There's these doors, like it looked like it was a bridge or I don't know what it was, but this was just random desert island we found. Well, they know the island, right? But we were on it.
That used to be probably a building that someone maybe. Oh no, actually no. That looks like you're right. What the hell was that?
It looks like a portal, like for aliens to come through or something.
That's where we have to kick prickly ballsack food out to get him out of here.
So, anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say anymore, Dano. I'm happy. The main thing is I actually managed to have 3 offspring, and that's impossible nowadays.
Oh, that's what life's about, man. And all these, I know so many young people, like you know, my youngest son, you know, he's 24, and you know, he has a girlfriend, and they don't even people that age don't even think of having kids or families anymore. Mm-hmm. It's not even in there. They don't
because we're programmed.
They've been bullshitted into. They don't want to bring any kids in this world. It's too expensive. Climate change.
So. I like this.
They did it on purpose, you know. I think that's part of their agenda, not to have people have kids anymore, or certain people not to have kids anymore. I really believe that now.
Dano, did you watch my video, kids coming home from school in the Philippines?
I don't think I've seen that one.
You want to watch that one. You want to watch the people coming home from school in the Philippines. You want to watch how happy and free the people are, and the young children here on riding motorcycles, and it's
oh my God, no seatbelt on helmet. I would call the authorities.
Look, and there's a little child in the front. There's like 4 people on this motorcycle here. Everybody
Nobody
is
gives
just
a
so
shit.
happy.
Dude, if you rode a bike like that here in Merritt or even anywhere here in the LA area, they'd pull you over and you'd be fined how many hundreds of dollars?
And what if they're like 12-year-old kids riding it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I mean, they're not riding fast-moving bike. It's cool, you know what I mean? No, it's a slower pace of life in school. See the slower pace of life, of real life, you know? Yeah. That's cool, man. It's yeah, what the hell?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to be in a rat race forever. That's true, Mike. Like, especially as we get older, man. I don't have the kind of energy I had when I was in my 20s or 30s. You know, I sit there and just treading. I feel like I've just been treading water the last 2 or 3 years. You know what I mean? Just treading water, and you can't get ahead, and you can't save money, and it's like, what the hell's the point after that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gets to that point. Yeah, like you're just constantly treading water is what you're doing, right? Here comes the bus. Bus comes by. Everyone says hi to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's the bus coming to say hi.
So this is a road just near your place?
Yeah, across the street from my house.
That's like the main road, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there it is. It's like something like Indiana Jones, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Whoa, man, that's pretty cool. I've never seen a bus like that. Indiana Jones and a Temple of Doom on the That's it. That's the big.
That's Chester Copperpot's. That dog is Chester Copperpot.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. People don't look like they're totally stressed out there, do they?
Nope, nobody. I didn't see a single road rage. Nobody freaking out. Nobody yelling on their phones. No, nothing.
No, nobody yelling in your face of "my body, my choice."
Nothing. Nada.
Oh man, look at that dog. Oh. Dude, I don't know what to say, but eventually I gotta retire somewhere. I'll be your next door neighbor. I'll be your what do you call it? The coconut gatherer, dude.
Yeah, the coconut guy in my backyard, right? That's beside me. He's the coconut
Send
guy.
Deno up that tree to get the coconuts.
Dude, you know what? The one thing I miss the most about being in the Philippines is having coconut water, like from the coconut for breakfast.
Oh man, tell me, how is fresh coconut water? It's like awesome, right?
Right from the coconut, and then I cut it in half after, and then eat the meat inside with some avocado and some mango that we find on the floor that fall off the tree.
How good is fresh coconut compared to the shit we get here?
Oh, it's day and night. It's healing. It's got healing properties. Like, let's say you cut yourself.
And also the food there isn't loaded with all the
cut.
chemicals and the bullshit here, the glyphosates and the
Yeah. But
oh man. Well, I mean, this is Monday night's the funnest night of the week now that you're on Mondays, dude.
Yeah. Well, Mondays, I don't know. It just feels more easy for me with the family.
Yeah, of course, and I kind of like it too because Saturdays was a tough night for me to. Usually, if I'm not at the pier, I couldn't get. It's hard for me to get on the after tearing down, and you know what I mean, right? I'm always home on a Monday, so I can always be on. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's Mondays. That's why I chose Mondays.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be going out to adventures in Portugal with you guys for the next two.
Oh man, I can't wait to see that. So, are you going to be towed into those big waves at Nazaré?
I'm going to stop at Nazaré to do a video and a kind of maybe a walk around and see what the price.
Oh, you got to go.
And the price of food.
I would love to see. It's going to be far from where you're going. That'd be awesome.
Oh, I'm gonna drive a couple of 100 miles in that country, so I'm going to be around.
Yeah.
I'm going to be stopping in places. I'm going to find a good taxi guy that could tell me stories and take me places.
Yeah, I hope that is Portugal falling under that whole bullshit EU thing, or are they more independent, or are you going to find that out? I guess, huh?
Now becoming more independent and trying to separate from the EU and they're deporting a lot of Muslims there. They're deporting a lot of people there, so their deportations are ramping up there too, huge in Portugal.
Yeah, people got to protect their cultures, man, and they're. I mean, I don't understand that importing people that's so different than you. They don't give a shit.
And they'll kill you.
It's got to come to an end, So.
They kill, rape, pillage, murder.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, it's what people like 50 years ago even put up with this shit. No, right? Like. I mean, imagine all the dudes coming back from like World War II and they let a bunch of, these Islamists in and these bad people. It would never happen. It would never fly back then, right?
No. Why would they fight wars for if that's the outcome? What's the point?
But I feel like the new generations are so brainwashed, these young people, by all the left-wing professors and the Marxists, and they're so far removed from the history wars their grandparents fought. They have no idea, no understanding of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But this is, I can't wait to see the stuff from Portugal, because it is another option for you, right? If they went to hell in Canada, at least you have options, man.
Yeah, we
That's
got options.
awesome.
I'm not 100%. I'm not worried at all, man. I'm not worried at all. We got
That's
options.
good. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe like that. Your town of Merritt, that little town of Merritt. You tell me houses are in the 600,000s there.
Oh, they're super expensive. I mean, you could buy something that was built around World War II, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, for like 400,000, 440.
Yeah, yeah.
In a two-stoplight
That's
town.
insane to me because, I'm still only like 40 miles from LA where I live now. And this is a really nice city, a more affluent city, I guess, middle class and upper middle class. And it's close to the beach here, close to Ventura. It's one of the most beautiful parts of California is Ventura County, actually. And houses are in those like 600,000-700,000 here. So, I mean, I kind of understand why they're more expensive here. That's 800,000. But where you're at, that makes no sense to me.
No, absolutely not. Jason is saying Mike has been gaining a lot of subs. Dano, do you remember on the channel, you even commented on this on Mike in the Night, when I went 18 months without a single subscriber because I was so shadow banned? Do you remember that 18 months in a row?
Oh, yeah,
subs?
it made no sense. You kept going up and then they'd knock you down and knock you down. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's happening now? You're getting more subs now?
I am getting subscribers now, but YouTube emailed me a week or two ago that if I do reach 100,000 subscribers, they won't mail me a plaque because my channel's still not credible.
What do you mean not credible?
The same thing with Facebook. I passed 157,000 Facebook followers the other day. I'm getting almost 3-4 million views a month, 4 million views a month on Facebook. And Facebook won't verify me because they say I'm not credible. They won't give me a check mark.
So let me put it this way. If you took the bribe money from, you mentioned that last week about some dude called you up, wanted to basically, you be a pay-to-play channel. That's what that is. If you took the money and got your list of what they want you to talk about, all of a sudden you'd be a credible channel.
Yes.
So all these guys are basically just controlled opposition, or like you said, information distribution. That's what they're paying for.
A lot of these channels that showed up after COVID are basically telling you what you know, and they're allowed to speak. So here it is, 157,000 followers. I asked them if they could verify my page just so it looks better, and they basically, 3 times in a row, they've told me that I am not a credible person. I've seen people with 200 followers get verified on Facebook.
Well, because they're probably talking the company line, they're telling people what they want to hear or what the like. If you started a channel and you started talking like, I'm going to talk about football talk or some bullshit that's irrelevant, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Then you're a credible channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, control tube. Someone in the comments.
Or if you were like a pro, whatever the talking points are from either the whatever political parties, and you're just towing the line, that's all those guys do. That's why you can tell it's bullshit, But you've always been cutting edge too, and you have people from all over the world call in, people on the ground telling the truth. Maybe that's what makes them shit their pants, that you have people telling the truth on your channel from all over the world, right, in real time. Maybe that's what they don't like.
Yeah.
No, I don't think many channels do that. You might be one of the only, if not the only one, the only ones. You might be the only one that has people from worldwide that call in real time and tell people what the hell's going on.
Yeah, because we don't regulate calls here. I don't have a staff. The channel.
Oh,
I
see. So
I average about $400 to $500 a year in revenue for the channel.
Jesus, that's not fair to you, man. But if you took their money, they'd have somebody on staff that will screen the calls out to make sure that somebody like me could never get through to have some wild ideas or ideas that go with the company line, right?
Yeah, they give me the articles they want me to read, and they will have people call into the show too.
What are basically like paid shills or just
paid shills?
Yeah. So did they tell you what kind of things they wanted you to talk about? I'm just curious, man.
I made the videos where I'm reading the emails, like to talk about to become a credible channel, to talk about that one video I made that they were going to shower me with gift cards and they were going to e-transfer me money. All I had to do was tell people I took the juice and it worked, and you could save.
Are you serious? Really?
I read the email. I have the videos are up.
Oh wow, no. I mean, I believe you. I can't believe they would literally tell you, oh, if you take the COVID, the juice that basically to shield for the pharmaceutical company. So that's where the money was coming from then.
So let me see if I can. Let me find the exact video if somebody wants to actually watch the video.
No, what I would tell them to F off too. I mean, literally lie to people. Yeah, there's something evil about that, man.
Oh, I couldn't sleep at night. If I knew I betrayed you, I have 100 followers. If I betrayed any one of you guys, man, I'd have trouble sleeping at night, Dano.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you. If you took the money, you were a patient, and told everybody to take the juice, and some took it and dropped dead, it could be on your conscience then, right? I need to see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with. I wouldn't be able to deal with it, right? So
yeah. Or you you can start another channel just to make the money. Just start talking about irrelevant BS. Like I'm talking about Hollywood movies or something. Or there's like a million guys on YouTube talking about music reviews or concerts and band records and blah 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 blah. They have 100,000 followers, but it's all irrelevant shit. You know what I mean? That doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the other route to go. Me and you could just start a comedy channel on the side.
Well,
for the money.
No, it won't work, Dano, because my voice is already ingrained. My voice
we could put a mask on you, one of those face masks. Like you can have the Joe Biden face mask on or something.
No, they have me already. They already emailed me. They emailed me like 3 years ago saying that my voice and all my information is on data for the next 30 years, and that it will.
What?
I read that email on the video too. I showed you guys on a video. I showed you
Holy
the email.
Shit.
I showed you what they said. How they have
one.
my recognition and my facial. All my stuff on file for 30 years, that if I decide to try another or try something else, they already have me red flagged, basically.
Holy shit, this is just like regular like George Orwell type shit, man.
So here's the lockdown. This is a really good one. This video is have lockdown ideas. Basically, I read an email for you guys that they sent me. About lockdown ideas, and if we have lockdown ideas, it's really dangerous video. Actually, I don't know how this is still up on YouTube, but yeah, I'm trying to see. They try to buy me out. I can't even find the video anymore. Buy me out, or see if that comes out.
Hey, you got Al Capone there on the wall, and all the other original gangsters.
Yeah, those were the guys that when they screwed you. You were getting screwed. The government just screws you. You know, you knew the rules, right?
Yeah.
Now the government just does whatever they want. Let me see if I could find. Man, they try to buy me out. I can't find that video, buddy. That video where I played last week for you guys. Yeah, can't find it.
Yeah, man. Wow, so you could have sold out, dude.
I could have made a lot of money on social media. They would have made Mike in the Night the Joe Rogan of Canada.
Yeah, man, the Joe Rogan of Canada. You'd have guests on. Yep. Then you can have what's this? All those politicians come on your show as guests.
Yep. But I don't want to be in that position. I just don't want.
Would that be like the one way to get to hell if you did that?
Yep.
Probably, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll go to hell for sure, 100%. Especially if I misguide you guys.
Hey people, hope everybody.
Wait. I have this video here. Yeah, they tried to buy me out, and I read the email. Here it is. I was asked to lie, but I couldn't lie. The allure of wealth and possessions. Right here. Here's the video, guys. I read the email, and I play a video from a year before that where they try to buy me out before. Yeah, they try to buy me out for the third time and bribe me. And that video was on another YouTube channel because my other YouTube channel was being banned for medical misinformation.
That sucks. So that's why people come out of nowhere and all of a sudden they have 1 million followers. They're just propped up.
That's controlled information distribution. I see channels that are not even 2 years old. All the Pierre Poilievre channels. Pierre Poilievre's going to win. Look at this. I'm like, I'm the only guy on the block. No, he's not. He's not allowed to win. Oh, clickbait boy, you're just a little clickbait boy. Remember that whole Donald Trump, Elon Musk? I got famous on Facebook because I kept telling people there's going to be a falling out between Donald Trump and
you're
Elon
the
Musk.
first one who said that. Yeah.
I said it multiple times, and everyone, I had a video that 1.7 million views, and everyone was calling me clickbait boy. Hey, clickbait boy. And it happened.
Yeah. So. And also, hey, you know how you predicted a war with Venezuela?
Yep.
It's happening. I guarantee you it's going to happen.
It has to happen. It has to happen, like I said. Everything that I said. They're going to pull the trigger on a pandemic to shut it down. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Everything we told you guys, all the videos are up. Most of them are up. You could see what we're talking about and how everything is happening like I said.
People might think that you're like deep CIA or something. You know all this.
Dude, like I have to work hard to pay my internet and my bills, man. Believe me, I got to work.
I know you do, man. I wish I could contribute more to it, man. It's just I'm in the same boat, you know.
Everyone is. A lot of us are.
But you got to come visit me, man, one of these days, maybe next year.
You know what? I'm just going to take a flight out to see you, man. You know what? I think maybe February or January. I'm just going to come and see you alone. I'm come alone. I'll just take a flight. Pick me up.
Right on. Then we could go see D, man. He's just up the road.
You can come pick me up can you pick me up at LAX?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You can?
Yeah, I'll send the entourage of the limo and
No. Just bring a car. Just come.
Pickup truck, yeah.
Yeah, just come.
Man, I can get you. Yeah, man, you know.
Then I just want to stay in a hotel close by to some action there, just by a bar, something just.
I mean, there's, Camarillo is not the most, happening town, but there's places close by that are fun. And we could go spend like a night in Huntington Beach. We'll go down there,
Yeah,
that's what we do, right?
I want to stay in a hotel, like even by where your pier is.
Oh, there's plenty of places there, man, dude.
I just want to stay there for a week, and then I'll come and
you
hang
would
out
love
with you
it.
at work.
You'd love it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and I'd say, California still got some great parts to it, man. The beach cities are still pretty cool, I took a dip in the ocean last week, just kind of it's called Thornhill Broom area, man. The water was still pretty warm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had no
wetsuit. Don't worry. I got somebody saying you got me at the Snap election. Yeah, way back. We're talking like 2021. We made a prediction that the Trudeau government is going to call Snap election and win. And everyone says they're not going to do that at the height of a pandemic. Unsub, you retard. And
they did that, yeah.
And uncounted ballots.
You know what the last prediction? Sorry, man, I cut you off. But prediction show you did like last year, I think it was 24. Mm-hmm. My prediction was that they're going to let Trump win and then blame him when the economy goes down the tube.
That was your prediction.
I'm still holding to that.
I remember because I repeated that prediction that you made, and I even referenced you in another video when you called in and gave you the glory on that one.
Oh, well, thanks, man. Yeah, I forgot about that. But I still think that's 50-50. They're going to do that because he's going to have to be the fall guy now that he's in,
Yeah.
So they'll never admit to their mistakes, of course, but.
No. Well, they're not allowed to admit to their mistakes. That's their job is to terrorize us as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, so it was so sad to hear Junkyard Doug as a trucker, I know very well about the trucking profession, man. That's how I get my inventory too, a lot of it, but yeah, man, it's a drag when you hear that from somebody like that.
Dog, he left me slightly emotional. I almost felt like crying listening to him talk.
No, you can hear it his way. It sucks, man. Yeah. And then they're hiring these, you know what happened here in the States? They hired some like East Indian truck drivers. This happened a few weeks ago. You know that, and the guy in Florida that U-turned in the middle of the freeway and killed some people. Literally just
Yeah.
Somebody like that shouldn't be behind the wheel, let alone, and he got his driver's license in California, of course, right? So, but man, Junkyard Doug, I know what you're saying. You can hear it in his voice. He's pretty frustrated, Yeah.
You could hear it in his voice. He's tired.
Yeah, and
we're all tired.
Who is for the people? The native, whatever, the people of like you said, the people that built the country. Nobody, right? I mean, there's the people that built the countries and the ones that come in and kind of freeload off it now. That's
exactly.
What's
They're
happening,
using
right?
the buildings. My dad built the bank, so a Chinaman will come in and work at the bank.
Yeah.
Not
Something's
his
got to
son.
happen.
Not
I mean,
his
some
son that's
shit's got to.
educated in this country doesn't get a chance to. That's not for me. I build the building
Yeah.
and put the wiring and the plumbing in, but that job is for an Indian or a Chinaman. That's not for you.
I just don't. I mean, I had no idea it was that much of that happening up there, you know. But there's problems here too. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's being done on purpose. It's not by accident. They let those people in, you know. I don't believe that. Yeah. Well, shit, man. I don't know what to say. I wish things were better. I hope it was. Even 10 years ago, the economy was way better, man. Like, I used to do really great business at the pier back in, 2015, 16, 17, 18. I mean, I'm talking, there were some weekends, I couldn't even, I'd be on my feet all day signing prints and selling prints back then. It was packed. Now, if you go to HB Camps, if you go on YouTube on a weekend, Mike, and look at it's called HB Camps, Huntington Beach Camps, you'll see the pier in real time, right?
You sent me a link to that. I saw it already.
Yeah, but let me tell you, look at it now. It's half empty. It's half the amount of foot traffic there used to be or less now.
I don't believe there's 40 million people in, or 35 million, whatever they say in California. I went through Redding, California, Crescent City Beach, California. I went to San Jose. I went to San Francisco.
I saw that, yeah.
There's no 40 million people in that state. I don't care what anybody tells me. It's bullshit.
Well, are they just lying to people to try to, of course, to control the population and all that
They're lying
bullshit?
about the population.
Oh, Mafangula? I love that word, man.
Mafangula.
Is that Italian?
Yeah, it's Italian.
Yeah, I love that word, man.
But come on. But yeah.
You gotta get Joe. Get the Pesci's thing out again. Remember I used to have it, and they won't let you do it on YouTube, or
I got Joe Pesci right here. Okay.
Where the
Joe's
fuck
the
you get
best,
off
man.
talking to people about me behind my back going over my head? What the fuck is your problem?
There we go. We got Joe Pesci.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get this through your head,
it's
you Jew
the
mother...
world is. I've said this so many times now, even on your show. I wish I could take my friends and my family back to 1985 in a time warp right now. They can have their cell phones and their internet and their bullshit and their technocracy, shove it right up their ass.
Yep.
I would rather go back to the 1985 if it was. I mean.
Yeah, I don't blame you. A lot of people back in the 80s were so excited for the future and flying cars. Now that they're in this future, they want to go back to the 80s.
Oh, flying cars, my ass. Now we got George Orwell. It's a cross between George Orwell and Brave New World, right? That's what we have now.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I love 80s movies too. They're the best. 80s movies. Don't what you say?
Daniel, don't make fun of me, but I have a Plex and I have so many movies. I got about 3,800, 4,000 movies. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching movies from the Plex allows me to categorize the movies by year released.
Yeah.
So I have from 1970 to 1980, I have about 400, 500 movies. So I'm watching old Gene Hackman. I'm watching all kinds.
Yeah.
I was watching the Dunwich horror movie from 1970. I was watching Napoleon, Waterloo from 1970. I was watching.
Man.
I'm watching great movies, man. Great movies, great
That's
acting.
that's what movies was, an art form still.
Yeah.
And they were shot on film, man, not on video, not on this digital high def bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm watching.
I don't really want to see the pimple on somebody's ass. Do you? You know what I mean?
I'm watching all kinds of stuff, man. I think it's called the Dracula movie from 19. I watched a movie with Vincent Price in it.
Oh, Vincent was great, man. All those old horror movies are great, man. They all have a style and a feeling that's just missing now, right? They're all so unique back then, movies, right?
Yeah, but
corporate like 3 media companies own everything now. That's why everything looks the same, feels the same. Now they got AI. They're doing the first AI, 100% AI animated movie. It's going to be called Critters. So instead of hiring, let's say, 100 or 200 artists and animators to do a movie, they're going to hire like 20. And they'll save a lot of money, dude. If they pull it off, the whole animation industry is finished, I think.
Yeah. Hey, Dano, I'm going to let you go because I want to see if we can squeeze in one more caller.
Yeah, okay, you guys are probably sick of hearing my voice anyway.
No,
But
we'll
anyways,
get you back
thank
on
you,
when I come
Mike,
back from
man. Keep the
Portugal.
show rolling, man. You deserve it. You're the best. You're better than any Joe Rogan. Mike's the real Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is the what do you call it? The pop, whatever. There's a word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dano, I'll keep you posted on when I'm coming down to see you, okay?
Okay, sounds awesome, man. And good luck in Portugal. Good luck catching that wave. Hopefully they'll tow you into the biggest one, at least 100-footer in Nazaré.
Yeah, I will. I'll be in Nazaré. God bless you. We'll talk soon.
Oh, God bless you, man. Yeah.
Bye-bye. All right, that's our boy Dano. Guys, make sure all your equipment's working good. It looks like Jeffrey, what was it? Dallas Dalton. Let's see if we can get him on the show here real quick to wrap up for 10 minutes. Give us 10 minutes of his time. Mike in the Night live streaming.
Mike in the night. What is it you want from me? And do they steal our dreams so
Dallas Dalton is going to sleep.
It's alright to feel, even though it's do or die, that we can make it work. Even though the
Wake up.
What's going on, Mike?
You're not going to sleep yet.
I was just starting to do the nod there, man, my friend.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I know it's like midnight where you were at.
Yeah.
I know you got a lot. Remember, this is Mike in the Night, but you got a few things you want to unload. You're on the comments, very, very vocal in the comments. What's going on, buddy? Are things getting better where you are, or just falling apart?
Oh, it just seems like everything's getting. I don't know if it's just me, if I'm going crazy or what the heck, but it seems like there's like less and less people around in the past like couple of months, man.
Yeah, the population doesn't seem to be what they're telling us, is what you're saying.
It feels that way. It definitely feels that way, man. And there's, people are getting, everybody's on edge lately too. Like,
everyone's pissed off. No one has money.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I put myself through hell just to freaking save the little bit that I have, and it ain't much. So I completely understand that.
Yeah, we're in a position right now. Yeah, it's getting very precarious. How is work? Are you lost? Are you busy between jobs? What's going on for work now?
Well, I actually managed to land another job, so I'm working again.
Good.
But God knows for how much longer, right? With today's market, so. At least I don't know what's going to go on with that, but it seems to be okay for right now. In my situation, but anything could happen. You know what I mean?
What is the mainstream media still blowing shit out there out east? Because I know in Ontario, someone was sending me filming they were filming their news, in one headline after another. They were showing me their live news out in Ontario. I think it was Niagara Falls region. Dude, it was just total bullshit. One after another, after another, after another. Are people believing this crap that's on the news? Stroke season.
The stroke season. That made me piss myself laughing, man. Stroke season. Jesus, yeah. Stroke from fucking not being, or stroke from being broke, I'd call it.
Dallas Dalton on Mike in the Night.
But yeah, it's the news here is, I don't know, it's a joke, man. I've been calling it the Communist Broadcast Channel for a long time now.
Well, that's a good one too. Communist Communist Broadcast Channel. I call it Canadians Broadcasting Crap.
Right, it's pretty much it's the same thing. Yeah. It's all garbage, man. I haven't watched the news in years. Like I can predict the news at this point. It's laughable, man.
Well, you got the playbook,
right? We've all been in this group long enough. The people that are here, they all see it. You know, it's always the same shit. I remember, like, the last time we were talking, you asked me what I predicted for the future, and I pretty much just said, nothing but the same old, because these people are predictable, man. It's all, they're just going to ramp up on the propaganda and shadow banning and censorship.
Bill C8 or C9 or whatever that bill is to come and arrest people like me.
Yeah, it wasn't oh my God, what's his name there? It was talking about that last week there. Eduardo, thank you. Yes. Yeah, he was pretty much hitting the nail with that one, man. He knows what's going on, man. It's just another push to basically shut everybody up that they don't want to hear. It's like you don't believe what I believe, so you got to go, right?
Well, basically, and I told him so. Chinaman comes to Canada, launders $30 million through 2 real estate properties he owns. They're flipping it between each other through corporations, like I said in my video. And I talk about it and how there's so many homeless Canadians and why these people coming in here laundering their money and destroying our futures. And I go to jail because Chinaman wants to launder money in Canada.
Oh, yeah, we can't talk about it, man. We're not allowed to, right?
Yeah.
Don't address the elephant in the room. No. We can't do that.
Well, I proved it to you earlier in the show when I brought up that article that money laundering is not allowed to be discussed in politics.
Pretty much. Well, they're the ones involved in it. Why would they talk about it?
Here it is. You think I'm making it up? Money laundering in BC is non-issue for all parties during the election campaign. And BC, I think it was $774 billion was laundered through this one province alone. Right? Canada is 2.2 to 2.6 trillion across Canada.
Pretty much, yeah. And like, it's like you've been saying for years too. It's like certain cities in Canada and other places too, they seem to be the model for this kind of crap. And BC was like, especially Vancouver, was number one for that. I mean, like, I as long as I can remember, Vancouver always been insane to live in when it comes to prices for everything,
Well, everything was empty. The tower I lived in Vancouver by Stadium where the Canucks played, I was across the street from where the Canucks played. The tower I lived in, there was only 9 people living in the whole 340-unit tower. It was all owned by Chinese people. It was all empty.
Wow.
Yeah, and the one across the street was like 14 people living in there, and it was a 400-unit tower, and it was all empty. It was all owned by Chinese people. They left it empty. And the concierge I knew had the key to some of the units. We go in the empty units, and they still have the plastic on the microwave and everything from the builder.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
We're destroyed. We're completely destroyed. So I don't know what's going to happen. We got Gary Madero's in the house there in the live chat. It's like midnight where he is. But we'll see if we get him back on Mike in the Night sometime in the future. I really want to get him on the show to update us on what's happening with because he was really good at reading the real estate market too.
Yeah. Okay.
But
well, a couple of guys that I've been watching on the YouTube there that have been hitting the nail on the head with the whole real estate market here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys is Market Mania.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's been pretty much on the ball with that, man. He's been keeping up with that, and everything that guy's been saying, along with everything you've been saying for the years, is like right on point, man. It's like we're in a slow motion train crash, and it's just painful to watch, man.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. It's like a slow motion, a train crash, a plane crash, something happening, and it's just not getting over with, right? And it's pretty bad. It's
just going down slowly, right? And it's like everybody wants to keep pretending like everything's okay and nothing's going on, you know. It's just like, especially
let me ask you something. Do you think Canada did well bringing in 4 million Indians to try and fix our housing crisis? Did that fix the housing crisis, do you think?
No. Didn't. I wouldn't say fix it, because you've got... I heard recently that you get, like, a lot of these guys, they'll come in and... because of the subsidies that the government's giving out to businesses.
Government wage subsidies, yeah. That's
to hire these people, right? So what I've been hearing through the grapevine kind of is that the government is giving subsidies to these companies, right? And they're not paying them the wages that they're stating that they're paying them. Like, so they're reporting to the government and saying that they're paying them, like, you know, X amount of dollars. But what they're actually paying them is far less, because a lot of them are illegal, right? And they're afraid to be tossed back out, or for whatever reason, or if they're running from something, or they came from wherever they are because they're criminals or whatever, and they're, you know, so they don't want to be thrown back. So the companies are actually paying them like far less, you know, like $5-10 an hour.
And they're pocketing the rest of the money.
Exactly. Very hearing is going on.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I heard that too. Somebody told me that a few months back, and very, 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 very... we're entering very uncharted water territory, destruction. We got to be really, really, really careful.
Right. And
then I'm just going to keep doing... I'll do what I keep doing, you know, I mean, until they want to put me away or do something about it. And then I'll figure out a way to just leave the country if they don't arrest me for 10-15 years, because Chinaman came in and laundered money in our country and broke the law. And I'm bringing it up because now Canadians are homeless all over the country. It's all white Canadian homeless people, and
that's all I see around my area. I don't see any other types.
No, everywhere you go, it's all white homeless people. You don't see Chinese homeless or Indians, or you see native Indians, but a lot of them live on the reserves too, so they have a place to go to. But if they're homeless in the cities, they're homeless in the cities by most of them by choice too, right? So, but it's the white Canadian that's homeless all over Canada. You don't see Chinaman homeless in Canada, right?
And I keep seeing more and more like this van life stuff popping up. You know, people living in their vehicles, and a lot of them are Canadian proper, right? And it's like they can't afford rent no more. They can't afford their homes. Like, they're going bankrupt on their mortgages. Like, you know, banks are just taking everything due to liens or whatever else, is however they got their situation set up. And they're just, you know, people are living off credit cards. Credit card debt's going through the roof because everybody's maxed out.
Yeah,
You know?
everyone's in debt. Thank God. Thank God. You know, I don't have much of anything like when it comes to disposable income, but you know what? I have no debt. That's the best part.
I try to, like, one of the wisest things I ever heard was a man with no bills is a rich man, right? So,
Yeah, if you got $10 in your pocket and you have no debt, you're richer than more. Remember that? I don't know if you saw the video I made that Junkyard Dog brought up, where 61% of Canadians are $200 away from being completely dissolved.
absolutely. Like, like myself included, like I said, I put myself through hell to save the tiny little bit I have, and it ain't fucking much. And, basically, if anything really is to go really wrong, I'm pretty much just, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Because the rent is insane. It's retarded. It makes no sense. The greed in this country is mind-boggling.
Yeah, the greed is out of control, right?
Like, perfect example, like these stupid speed cameras.
Yeah.
Everybody is really pissed off about that right now. A lot of them keep getting like vandalized and cut down, which, hey, I'm all for that. Whoever's doing it, keep up the good fucking work, because they're using our tax dollars against us to put this bullshit up, so we paid for
Dude,
it all.
they're using our tax dollars with big pharma against us. They're using everything, food, or transportation, or logging. Everything's against us. You know?
Yeah, I just got nailed like not long ago, and I tried to fight it, but they will not. And this is another thing. I was trying to appeal it online, because that's the only way they let you do it now. And they refused my appeal twice and will not let me speak to a judge. So I basically am being strong-armed into paying the stupid speed camera fine that I got, which, mind you, where they have me going over the speed limit, apparently, is literally impossible for me to have gotten up to the speed that they said I was going within the short distance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did my research. I searched it on the map in the point in my city of where they told me I was apparently speeding. And from the point that I pulled out of a parking lot after I went to go get some groceries to where they got me was no more than a block. And my car is such a piece of crap, it couldn't have gotten that fast.
Oh,
so
I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so they're basically, and a lot of other people are talking about this now too. I actually seen a news article the other day from The Record, which is local here in Kitchener-Waterloo, talking about how people are, like, there's people that are speeding way triple over the speed limit and not getting busted by these speed cameras. And then there's others that are doing, basically the speed limit, or, maybe a little bit over, and they're getting nailed with these speed cameras. So it's like very, very unbalanced. And people are starting to question it. So these AI, whatever the hell they have running, these AI computers running the friggin' speed cameras they're way off. They're not, it's a lie. And like I was saying, they won't let me appeal this. So now I have no choice but to pay the fine. And the fine was absolutely ridiculous too.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, that's how they get you, man. They're going to get you. They're going to, one way or another, they're going to find you. They're going to get you. All right,
Yeah.
Dallas Dalton.
Because they're broke.
I am rolling into my third hour here, and I wanted to get you on for a few minutes just to get some updates from you and kind of perspective on what's happening there. But I'll get you back on when I'm back from Portugal, okay?
Sounds good, brother.
You have a good one.
Enjoy the trip, man. Enjoy the trip. I can't wait to see the videos of it.
I will. I'll be posting shit up every hour, okay, buddy?
I always wanted to have the chance to travel to like Portugal and the Philippines and stuff, man. So
you'll wish it'll happen. It will come. It will happen. Just we'll talk. We'll talk when I get back, okay, bud?
Sounds good, brother.
All right. God bless you.
God bless.
All right, that's Dallas Dalton here on Mike in the Night. And you know what? Yeah, I'll have a talk. We'll find a plan, a strategy. I told him last time he called into the show a strategy that he could use to potentially get into the Philippines or, you know, other things. Ontario has canceled the cameras, but now they are putting up speed bumps. Holy shit. Ole Max. Holy Max. Guys, it is, yeah, you know what? It's been 3 hours, guys. It's time to wrap up Mike in the Night. No Mike in the Night next Monday and the Monday after, because I will be in Portugal, and I think I arrived the Monday. Wait, Monday. And I come back on the other Monday. So we'll be out of commission for a bit. We'll still have 2-3 episodes left in the season 33 we're in. Till we go into winter. I promise we'll have our prediction show, our annual prediction show. I think it's going to be our 8th annual or 7th. No, it's going to be our 8th annual. 8th? I can't remember. It's our 8th annual prediction show where you call in. We'll try to get 30 to 40, maybe 50 callers in on the show. Everyone's going to get a limit of 6 minutes apiece or 5 minutes. Everyone's going to call in with their predictions. Bang, bang, bang. And we'll do our prediction show because people are calling about that right now. And so, yeah, comments are moving nicely. Let me see what I got here. Mike in the Night streaming.
Live stream.
Oh, yeah. Time to hit the
Mike in the Night. Oh, Mike in the Night. So join us in the chat room. Join us in the chat room. You see us talking
Dino,
here.
I'll call you before I leave, buddy.
Now we're planning ahead for the streets.
I'll call you, Dino. I'll call you on Instagram before I leave for Portugal. Don't worry. All right, guys. Take care, and if you can't, take care. Wait, let me see if there's any coffees here. Hold on. 345 bought me a coffee. And Lenny Poo bought me a coffee. Thanks, Lenny Poo, for the coffee. So we got 2 coffees here tonight on Mike of the Night. Thank you very much, everybody, for the coffees. And, yeah. So I got 2 coffees tonight. All right. Mike Martin's here signing off for episode 621 of Mike of the Night. Take care, and if you can't take care, stay safe. I have spoken.
We do we like this. We do we like this. We do we like this. Oh no no. Mike in the Night live stream. Mike in the Night. Mike in the Night.